Okay, so today is kind of a big momentous occasion where I'm going to be playing League of Legends for the first time in years, probably the first time since 2016. So I'll go through my history with the game, which I didn't play it ever really that much, but just, I know a bit about it, or at least it's always been sort of just such a big deal that I've never taken like super seriously the way that obviously so many people do. So even playing at a low level, like what we'll do here, this is like a newish account or whatever that I made some recent time ago. But like basically originally I played it in 2009 to 2012 range, somewhere in there, right when it was first coming out or early in its lifespan, right? So I had obviously played the Dota mod on Warcraft 3, and then somehow through that I found out about this or whatever. This was being hyped up. But at that time it was much simpler and like, I don't know, there was that Chrono Shift project that would have been cool if they do it officially, like a vanilla version. So my favorite characters were Kayle, Udyr, and Karthus. And of course, Udyr, you come to find out that, oh, it's the Meta Knight effect from like Super Smash Bros. Brawl, because like you don't know that it's overpowered, but then just, I'm just playing random characters. So I like the fact that he can transform, but whatever. It turns into, oh, you can't use that, and he's bad, and he's overpowered, like as if at the low level it really matters. But Kayle I really liked, and they did something very disgusting to Kayle. A disgusting act by Riot Games to take an aggro early game champion, right, where you get a couple gank kills or whatever, however I would play it. And I love that's playstyle and, just the way she worked. But then they did a full 180. So then I played it again around that time, 2009, 2012. Again, not a lot, not the whole time, but just like that was the main thing. Then after that, I didn't play it again, like at all, for a very long time, till like 2016. And I just played like a couple games. And I tried it, and I go in a game with Kayle, and it's like, bro, I'm literally experienced with Kayle, or like I'm such a Kayle fan. And then what happens? Everybody's questioning, like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you playing like this? Right, like I'm going for kills early because I didn't realize that it's not that they nerfed Kayle, it's not that they changed Kayle, that would be okay. It's that they literally did a 180 and made Kayle the exact opposite of what she was before, which makes no sense. In a game that has hundreds of champions, which I don't even know how many there are now, why not just introduce a new one if you want it to work like that? Why would you need to take a character that is an aggro early game character and turn it into a late game control character? It's like in Overwatch for something, you take a tank like Reinhardt, who's a tank with a melee weapon, and turn him into a sniper healer, kind of like you completely reverse the roles. You take a DPS, turn it into a tank, or you take a tank and turn it into a DPS. Like, that's what I object to. It's not that, oh, you needed a nerf Kayle, or Kayle was too strong, or you needed to change her. Okay, that's fine. I think I didn't even realize it was a female because for some reason the voice would never play her. I didn't really... I had played it for a certain amount of time. Maybe I would play it with audio off. I remember that was funny from, again, the early time, 2009 period. I had played as Kayle a certain amount, and I didn't even know it was a female until I like saw a skin with the helmet off or something. So I either played the game with the audio off, or at that point maybe it didn't have all the voices or something, or it maybe wasn't super clear. So I actually thought it was a guy under there. Not that it really matters. It's like the Samus Aran effect, like where, oh, you didn't know that that's even a girl. You're in the suit the whole time, and only at the end of the game or something she'll take off her helmet. So if you don't know that, obviously based on whatever, Sigourney Weaver from Alien. So yeah, 2009 to 2012 range, played it a little bit, again, just casually, nothing, crazy, but it was a fun state of the game because it wasn't metagame to death or bloated with all the new heroes that sort of go against the way the game works. Even like you got Set jumping all around, and you got all these weird, over-the-top abilities to try to grab people's attention, but it starts to become a bit of a farce. There's also that Wild Rift that I played a little bit on my phone, right, just to see how that would be, so that I could almost try here. It should be on PC too, you would imagine. But yeah, I'm by no means expert, nor do I play these kind of games that much. And then I came back briefly in 2016, and I did the full 180 switch. Like, I'm playing Kayle exactly the wrong way. Then I didn't play it again really after that, I don't think at all. Maybe like one game randomly or something, but effectively, right, that's pretty much it. So as far as the current state of the game, I wouldn't be too aware. But even as far as like the overall history of the game, it's not like I'm super knowledgeable about it. So I just played Dota 2 for effectively the first time too. So I'm doing this sort of gauntlet where I'm going through the most viewed categories on Twitch. And I'm doing that in order to right, like I'll do a little mini series on each of the most viewed categories on Twitch. So we ended up doing just chatting, just to introduce it. Then we did GTA 5 for a bit. Then I did Dota 2. Then I did Valorant, and incidentally, this one happened to be on there as well. next. So League, right? Valorant into League. One thing that's different is you actually have to use the Vanguard, which you didn't have to do in the past. I know that for sure. There was no Vanguard even, right? Like, so they stuck that in here along with having to use it with Valorant, which I always complain about, like it's some Chinese spyware bit mining shit on your computer, right, in a way that I don't like, and it works in a very contrived way. So that's one change. And then I don't know if you can game capture this. I'm obviously display capturing now, but I don't know if you can game capture this because I couldn't do it with Valorant or it would crash. You would assume you should be able to. In fact, you could do it in the past, but like maybe that's part of the Vanguard, I guess, like because the same thing happened with Counter-Strike, I guess, like, oh, it's an anti-cheat thing that they think somehow game capturing with OBS would somehow allow you to cheat, which I don't understand why, but it's like when they don't let you use those custom presets in chess in like chess.com or something, it'll be like, you know, you can't use like a third-party extension or whatever. So yeah, Kayle, Udyr, Karthus, those were my 3 favorites that I would play, you know, at whatever point. Of course, Udyr gets the Meta Knight treatment, like, oh no, he's overpowered, even though you had no idea, and it really shouldn't matter at the low level, or you don't really care, but whatever, there's some stigma with that. And again, don't blame me then, blame them for not nerfing it. And then Kayle, obviously they did the 180, which is one of my most trigger, I've ranted about that a number of times, my most trigger points in the history of anything, that you would completely do a 180 and change how they work completely. Not that you would change it a little bit, you know, nerf something, make them weaker, that's fine, right? But you take a tank and make it a healer, you make a healer into a tank, you make a DPS into a control, you know, late game, like it's just totally random. So that was a very dumb decision to make. And yeah, again, I'm not going to be particularly good. There's all this branding for Teamfight Tactics, Legends of Runeterra, which I did try briefly, the card game. But no, this will be a perfect excuse and perfect time to introduce to League, which I've always talked about in the past, and I think I maybe flirted with the idea, but I don't think I ever formally did it, to bring my Permadeath multiplayer Gauntlet to League, which is one of the perfect examples of a game you can do it with. I mean, I've done it with Overwatch, Paladins, you know, I was just doing it with Dota 2, I was just doing it with Valorant even. So you take any multiplayer game, and again, I've done this for over a decade, and even when I wasn't streaming, I would do it in some form, like Smash Brothers. You know, you play with somebody and it's like every character you play as every character, so you lose a game, then you can't play them again. So in the team-based context here, I would always like doing 1v1s too. I would sort of host them, and I didn't mind that it was imbalanced or whatever. But no, in this context, Permadeath multiplayer Gauntlet means you play as a hero until you lose, and then you can't play as them anymore. And then once you run out, the series is over, and you can only use the in-game currency that you earn over the course of the run to do that. As in, well, it showed me like my match history or something. Guess I don't really care, but just to show what I had done in the past. But yeah, my point is, so you play, because this game has so many characters to choose from, that's why I always thought this would be such an amazing one to do. Imagine like how long that could go on for and how long that could take. So again, you play as every character until you lose a game, then you can't play as them again, and then when you run out, and again, it'll be free to play in that context too. So the only ones you can buy, but you can abuse the weekly free rotation and stuff too, obviously, because you can use those. But okay, can you stop showing me the Sanctum thing? So whichever ones you start with, obviously you can use those. Whichever ones you get on the free weekly rotation, you can use. And then when you run out of all of those, you have to, when you run out of those, it'll be almost indistinguishable from how it worked before, though. Everything would have changed, right? Like there's kind of that sense of power creep and craziness to everything. But the point being that you can then save up over the course of the win streaks that you go on, and then use that to buy other heroes to try to finish it off. So the win condition would be to try to play as all of them. But if there's like 300 plus, which I think there are, right, that turns into a completely different... why is it showing it like this? Like all just show me all of them. Like, what are you doing? What? So Ari, I think I was playing as her in the Wild Rift. But no, this feels like an obligatory series that I should have done a long time ago, just to kind of show how fun that can be, right? You play League, but every character only gets one life, and there's a sense of finality and structure to it. Aatrox, I liked all his voice lines, were pretty badass. His whole aura and everything is pretty cool. Start A. What does that mean? Just what? But yeah, like how many actually are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. But that would only be like 150 a range. I thought there was like 300 plus, I'm sure of it. But yeah, it wouldn't really matter who we start with. Again, we just go in order, and it's a really fitting format that I feel like, you know, for a game like this is absolutely perfect. And it would be something that would be fun to see other streamers do, big streamers do, right? It's, again, even if I'm not the best at doing something, like I'll probably just lose everything right away, lose every game, but it doesn't matter. Like the principle behind the format is a high stakes. You know, obviously I love permadeath runs in general, so it's a really good thing to do. So unfortunately, it might make me do some tutorial stuff, and the aspects that I really don't like are the shop. That's one thing I always suggested is like, give me a mode without a shop. How about that? I hate how they keep pushing this teamfight tactics thing in your face too. Queue up solo or partner with your friends in the multi-team mode. Like, shouldn't I, as a level 0 or whatever I am, be able to queue up and just do it? And even if I lose, just deal with it, right? Like, it's letting me do it, which means I probably just made this account to be able to do that. Or, wait. Multi-team game mode. Face off against your foes in chaotic battles across... Oh, maybe this is more to the point. Like, this will be more like a smite mode, which I'll still count. Like, I don't really want to play against AI and chill. Let's just do it. So, let's look at the first character that we would use, assuming we get it in that order. Like, it's always annoying when people, like, ninja your guy. Like... Not that you have to play them in a certain order, like, oh, you know, I could play as any of them that I haven't lost as, theoretically, but, like, let's say I start with Amumu, who's, like, a tank, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to remember, like, little bits and pieces, not that I ever knew that much in the first place, but, you know, I don't really know these things offhand. So this is, like, you know, you go to choose him, but, oh, somebody takes him or he gets banned or whatever, like, in these games, they always do that. And it's like, okay, so I could play as somebody else, but then I if I'm on a good streak, I kind of want to just keep playing as that one person. That's just more a preference. There's no rule that says I have to do it like that, but let me, I don't know, like, can you deal with the settings here for the actual game itself, or do you have to do, I never liked this whole launcher aspect here. League code of conduct, low spec mode, window size. It doesn't really matter for this. I mean, is this the oh, I mean, I guess we could do this in the full screen, but I don't know. In a way that's kind of awkward because of, well, whatever. But first of all, we got to test if I can game capture it too, which again, you would think for as big as these categories are on Twitch, you should be able to do that. But so let me get rid of all the chat here. Esports notification. Enable language filter. Warn me when I click a link in chat. Display unread. Show me friend request toast. But how about just disable chat period? How about that? I think there was a way to do that. Maybe in-game. Sound. Overall volume sound effect. Ambient sounds. Play ban quotes. Music. But yeah, there's a lot of good interplay between the characters. Like, I'm playing as Aatrox and they're playing as somebody who knows Aatrox, like in the same storyline, whatever that they do, and they would kind of banter back and forth right at the beginning of the game, or even if they fight each other. There's always cool stuff like that. Login, league home, post lobby. Yeah, there was actually music here, but it kind of just stopped. Join the voice channel automatically. Mute me when I connect to league voice. Input volume should be 0. Push to talk. Key is what? Empty is fine with me. So you got join the voice channel automatically. No. Mute me when I connect to league voice. Default system device, like, okay. We don't even have a button to press, which means it might be always on, but you know, you just want to avoid all of this as much as possible. Overall volume, music, announcer, voice. Which again, is that voice like the character voice or the right, the character voice or the actual voice? Rift theme music updated. I guess we could do classic as a blast of the past. Look, I can't even scroll down that. Small indie company game, by the way. I don't know how you enable streamer mode. I don't see why it would matter. Like what? Just so you can't get sniped? Mouse speed, camera mouse speed, move camera on revive. I like how you always get to watch what other people, you know, in any kind of multiplayer thing, but like you get to watch what other people are doing when you're dead. Auto attack, show turret range, display recommended jungle path. I mean, movement prediction, attack move, target champions only as a toggle. I don't know, I'll just leave it on default. So, or you know what, let's go into a practice game just so I can look at the settings, because I don't like how Summer's Rift, intro, intermediate, like I won't actually even do it. Like this won't count because I don't have the patience to do this, but intermediate blind, but this is meant to be just, what do you mean fine match? This is meant to be like an actual, wait, isn't that meant to be like by myself? Co-op versus, oh no. Learn the basics and start. I don't really want to do that though. Like, let me just do it. Blind pick. I just want to do one where I can just go in and see the actual fucking settings in the game. It goes just add a, or maybe you could just do 1v1. That's the whole beauty of it. But those are the two formats that I always said they should add, as far as like. They should add a 1v1 format in a more formal sense, and they should do number 2, exhaust ignite player. That was my whole thing, with Kale, of course. But the thing is that they should add the 1v1 format, and they should also add the format with no shop, which maybe the arena is like that, which, you know, they stole my idea then, if that's actually what it is. So yeah, I'm not actually even gonna do this one, but I like the visuals of this better though somehow than, yeah, so I could just do this, like, where again, when a game is so metagame to death that it'll just do it for you, like everybody look stuff up, and if you don't, then here, just use this. Like, it's so stupid. But yeah, let me look at the settings here actually. Well, actually, let me try to game capture, which for sure is probably going to cause it to crash, but that's okay. So again, this one doesn't count because I'm certainly going to lose just because I'm not even going to play it. But let's just do the settings. This is going to be, okay, let's try it. We can see the client is obviously different than the game, so maybe you can game capture it, but League client, League of Legends. So which one is which? Wait, I don't even know. League of Legends cannot be captured using game capture. Like, what the fuck, man? The client can be captured, but what is that? Is that the... Or no, I can't even go back into it. You would think, you know, the performance of a thing like this would be so good, considering the fact that they should have really gotten rid of that whole fucking launcher too. TM client. See, I don't know which is which. That's the problem that I'm having. And you can't even close it. Like, I don't know. Won't even let me open it, so I can't do anything. Fucking... Sometimes having the game capture itself causes it to bug out. Alright. Warning, you must become active so you will not be disconnected. Okay, let me just do the settings. Hold on. Okay, so again, music volume, voice volume, which probably shouldn't matter. I know there's a way to disable chat. Off-screen pings. Mini map. Change chat visibility. Wait, pre-made only party. Same team party. Everyone all. How about none? What? It's a pre-made only party. Same team, party slash ally. I don't care. Fine, whatever. Let's just go. I'll just do display capture too, because, or you know what? Let me actually look it up. Isn't it amazing? Like, oh, let's do a format where we play the most viewed games on Twitch. That clearly, oh, those would work seamlessly and smoothly if nothing else. Oh wait, they don't, because League game capture, like for such a major thing, you would think how to record, download. Yeah. Just want to record. You don't see a preview. You don't have it configured correctly. Display or game, or it's like window capture could be a thing. Oh my god. It keeps trying to disconnect because I'm AFK, but I'm playing against a fucking AI bot. Like, chill out, dude. Wait, let me try once more. Like, I'm already upset about this. I was doing that with Valorant, like the display capture, which seemed to work maybe okay, but wait. Okay, game capture doesn't seem to work. I assume the one that was telling me that it didn't work was the game itself, but I can't tell between the client and that because they both say it. I don't know what's going on. So that's not working either. So yeah, I'm a display capture. I don't care. You know, it is what it is. Like, again, you could say, oh, there's some well-known thing and you have to do this and that, but as if you should have to do any of that with a game of this magnitude. It should be much more straightforward. So the one thing I don't get is how you actually turn that off, because I know I had done it before too. So let me check once more. Health and resource bars, notifications. Because in case people say something to us too, or just mainly you don't even want to deal with them. But pre-made only party, same team, everyone, party, ally, all. Okay, let me exit this, and then this isn't even necessarily the game that I will the character that I will do. I really don't have the patience to even try against the AI. Like, I could care less, even though I have no idea how anything works, but I don't care because I'll just do, you know, whatever it lets me do, I'll just do it. And the thing that I'll do is I will again just pick whatever character appears in like the first order, like whether it's alphabetical, like a moo or whatever the guy is. So again, like, this is also to display what would it be like to play one of these games totally blind, like if you don't know what you're doing, even though I have played it in the past, not much, and it wouldn't be relevant to the experience now. It's like, what would it be like to just blindly do this without using guides and, you know, setup and like watching videos and being familiar with it and, you know, studying it and the metagame in the shop and all this build lists and stuff. What would it be like to do that even at a low level? It's not like, oh, I'm playing ranked at a high level or something. Like, I'm literally an unranked arena whatever, and it's like, you know, how would it be there? And it's still often beginner unfriendly in that way. That's very stupid because it shouldn't really come down to that. Or, you know, since my mouse has so many buttons on the side, I can almost do that. I could do a mouse only run. A mouse only run, like with the so I assume this mode is going to be like Smite, but I don't remember ever really doing it before. The whole episode can just be the intro because honestly I can't get anything to work. Like, or they'll see that, oh, this newbie is playing, so then I'll just go with the first, I guess, like that. I don't know exactly how it was set up. So it's only 2, or I don't know how this even works. Flee. Let's do my exhaust and ignite just out of, or maybe I don't have the, oh, I don't have anything. Flee, that would be my specialty. Obviously flash was kind of a big deal. Yeah, let's just do it. I don't even care. So I don't know why he appeared first on the list, but I could care less. It's not like true alphabetical. I can't seem to change those abilities either. I liked all the little like talent tree stuff that you would do on your account. Although I don't know to what extent that would make it sort of unfair. Like, as your summoner account level would go up, you could, like, get these other perks and stuff, but wouldn't that make it a little bit unfair that, like, based on your summoner level, you might be able to do things that opponents couldn't do? Right, like, I forget the impact that that had. Like, even unlocking these kind of abilities was part of that. So I don't even know what role actually he is. I should have maybe looked at it. Or you know what I had is I had this pretty cool Kale skin that you couldn't get anymore. But now I don't even have that account anymore, so I just don't even care. But, you know, it was something like some cybernetic thing, like with the dark wings, or I can't remember. Or I had a couple good ones actually too. There's a 2v unknown, which I have no idea what this even means or what it is, but I don't care. The community for this game was always, though, so obnoxious and annoying. Like, you're playing an unranked against a newbie clown, and that's not even as an excuse, like, oh, if I play bad, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're so good and you want to talk trash, then why are you even in this match, right? Shouldn't you be in some higher level that you would never interact with somebody that bad if you were good yourself? So think about it like that. Right, like whenever somebody complains, like even Tyler 1, oh, he'll complain, like, oh, everybody sucks. But then if you're so good, then why are you stuck playing with them, right? You always complain that oh, they're holding you back. But if you're so good, you should be at a higher level. But then again, maybe not, because you'll get held back by your teammates. So it's kind of the perfect excuse. Team Romp versus Team Poro. Top diff, I have no idea about anything, like what lane you're supposed to go in with these, or there are no lanes, I guess. Gain deceive summoner spell backstab passive. I don't know what any of this is. Like, buy an item, like I'll just let it all be sort of face roll for the time being. But okay, you Vine dealing 80, like I just kind of want to face roll it for the time being. Or you can do this is exactly like Smite, actually. You can get like all your abilities and just go with it. You start at level 5 and just do your basic abilities here. Again, it can be fun in a basic sense, but sometimes people are overly just annoying with it. Like, not everybody is I don't know. This could be a fun mode, though, that's not really based on... Oh, whoops. I don't know. One of these is, like, actually... Oh, this could be a fun mode, though. I'm just sort of spamming my abilities, not even entirely knowing what they're doing, but no, this is the kind of mode that I would have liked to do. Right, that kind of makes it... Down, but not out. Your ally can revive you after a delay. So we almost got that one guy there, and the fog is sort of shrinking in around the outside, I guess, kind of like in Fortnite. Okay, round loss, not a big deal. We had them pretty low, at least. Our dear Grand General graces us with his presence. No, this is kind of a cool game mode, though. This was never there before, or at least I don't remember doing it. So we lost that, no big deal. I don't know what all these things are even, but... Okay, so this is just a basic shot. Passive while in brush, and for 3 seconds after leaving. Why did it deal additional active, grows a patch of brush? And then E is 80 shield to an ally or champion. So again, if we lose this overall, then that counts for healing and shielding. Fine. Since I died so easily, I'll just let it be kind of auto purchase, almost like in Smite, what I was doing. So W is like a brush, and then every time you leave brush, something good happens. Right, I'm doing it as face roll as possible, but I guess I should at least read the abilities. So this is a shield. Grants 89 shield to an ally or champion after 2 seconds of burst, dealing damage and slowing enemies. If triggered, detonates, no enemy champions are hit. So wait, how do I do it on them, though? I did it on myself. So now we're stuck with the same teammate that's gonna realize how shitty I am, but... You gotta kind of focus fire on one of them is the thing. I mean, you got them pretty low. This is actually a really cool way to do it though, because this is more just like face roll to the point. Or actually it said they can revive you, so if they kill one of them and get away, nearby allies will gain this effect and deal, oh shit. Yeah, that's very useful in this context too. We can kind of slow pace it a little bit, but fuck. Round lost. Alright, now we get the ult, which is summons a sentinel friend, flesh eater adaptive. See, I'm not going to know really what is a good thing. Every 2 rounds, gain a random dragon soul. Energized attacks, dealing damage, shreds armor. Like, I'm not... Maybe I just feel bad for, like, doing things like where I make people wait or I'm looking at it, but you know, you're just doing it on a whim, right? This is like your first game. But maybe I go in with the wrong attitude too. You should take it a little more seriously. But this is an awesome mode, actually. This cuts out a lot of the BS, other things that you would have to deal with. So, summons a sentinel friend Daisy to leap into the fray for 45 seconds. And the difference could be not so much even our skill or what I'm doing. It could be, oh, they're just using better builds and better items because they're experienced. Or they could be doing something like... Okay, I sort of rush in there a little bit too much, but I don't know how I die so quickly. Or like that's how long it would actually take to revive. I don't even get it. I'm definitely not a tank type character of what I would be thinking, but will not hurt non-epic monsters. Instead, right click to grow a grove. Wait, what? You won't hurt non-epic monsters. What, you can't jungle or you can't buy an item? Generally good, healing and shielding. I mean, the thing that I don't get with the whole healing and shielding aspect is how I'm getting destroyed so quickly, but my character is presumably very squishy and I don't understand. And I also don't get how the E works, because I keep using it on myself, but I don't mean to. Like, what if I want to... Like, I should just summon the golem and then just go back off a little bit. I can do it, like, on her. So, yeah, maybe I had it wrong about this character. I don't know what he's even supposed to be entirely. Okay, we should still be able to do something here. Let me play more defensively, not go in so hard. I mean, this would kind of give away where you are a bit. Just make that fucker go in. Where did the other chick go even? Okay, that kind of worked out pretty well. Round 1. Okay, nice. All because we play a defensive. I think I just had the wrong perception. I was saying like somehow, oh, I'm gonna first aid kit. But where are we getting all this? Is this like an activatable thing or what? I don't know how this whole thing even works. Like, we're towards the bottom. So unless I win the whole thing, then the hero's gone, I guess. Which is maybe not the best way of doing it, but... Why are we in this area with them? I don't know what happened. But no, like, there's no way we're gonna win this, so I don't get it. As far as, like, surviving is gonna be very hard to do. Even if we win, like, every single thing now. So where did that other guy go? Or I think she did get him. Now they'll both be trying to vie to revive each of us, but it won't really reward their effort. But no, this is very good. I kept trying to do the D, but it wasn't working. Maybe it's still on cooldown from the last mode, but or like I went outside of the thing. I bumped myself with the little shit. I mean, I'd rather do the other mode too, in a manner of speaking, but generally good. Buff spellcasters, AoE heal. Oh, like you have all these activatable things too that I don't understand how they work. Like which ones are active here? It's too overwhelming to do that and like what, you know, to understand everything in one shot. So you should just do it on a whim and just deal with it, right? And figure it out later, gradually, eventually. I don't even mind this. I like how fast paced it is. I like how it's more to the point. You know, not as much concern about the lanes and the jungles and the creeps and all this kind of stuff. Like, how different is the current state of the game actually from if you had played it like in 2009 or even 2016? And the answer is it's probably vastly, vastly different. We summon that shit, and then we keep buffing like this. It's almost like I'm a healer type. I don't know why I keep running in there like the clown that I am. All right, we do the little D thing, and of course our champion, our thing is very good too for that. You can even do it to that. They've got too much shield and shit too, where it'll be like a farce. I mean, look, man. We look how low we got them, but I guess they're low too. Like that one, I didn't even do anything wrong. Like I was doing fine. It's just face death, be wise. But yeah, like it would be like, oh, unless we get first. This one's harder to measure. Like there should be like if you're top 3, you survive, or it'd be harder to do in this. In a regular match, it would just be like whether you win or lose. But I'll still count this towards the overall thing. So unless we won it overall, or unless we don't get eliminated, unless we're last place, but that would be stupid. It should just be you should have to win it, which we can't do, obviously, but it's okay. I kind of like this character too over time, but those kind of moments happen a lot too. Like, oh, I like the part in Dota 2 where I like literally step out for 1 millisecond. And we just die. Like, before you can even do it, you get stun locked. Right, you can't even do anything. You can't even move, like... Right, somehow we won that. A lot of it comes down to the whole reviving mechanic, which maybe... How would that work with a character whose ability is actually to revive somebody? I wonder. Why is it taking so long? Oh, because the other matches are ongoing. But no, I'll give them a thumbs up for this mode, because this is actually pretty good. But honor our guess, even though we probably deserve to lose here. Right, I don't fully understand how this mode even works. I'm 1, 8, and 5 versus 6, 5, and 1. Or 1, wait, oh yeah. I mean, I didn't even understand the nature of my character. I don't know why I thought this guy was a tank. I don't know what's even going on here. Ring of Fire spawns sooner and around each arena. Blood, Fire, Death, Scion. After your partner dies, gain massive... Well, I won't get that. Movement ability, haste. But no, you can use the abilities here too. But no, it's weird. Between the 2 rounds, your flash and your base stuff won't even necessarily come back, because the next round I couldn't even do it. So the W kind of confuses me a bit. The E you have to keep doing like that. The R has been sort of carrying a little bit, even though I haven't. Like if your summon gets a kill, it would count as a kill for you too. So that's probably actually where it came from. Twisted Fate over there. So it's nice seeing the vanilla characters. Okay, we got fucked over by a lily pad, but this is like my kind of arena. That would be to my benefit, or they took that shit out so quickly, the summon. I mean, I kind of want them to play a bit more aggressive, but I can't do anything. We got this fucking barrier shit going on, like the... Look. You have placed 7th place. Keep watching. We may as well watch it to the end, but how long does this actually go on for? Okay, I don't know if I care to even do this. I kind of want to do the other mode now, just... Or... Wait, how do you actually even leave properly if you don't just quit the game? Whatever, it's kind of a cool mode. It's definitely a good way to mix it up a bit. And so I'm fine with that. That will count as a death for Ivern, who I somehow thought was a tank. And he turned into a more like a healer or something of the sort. And so that's fine. Now, can I do the other mode or not? Arena level 1, augment over... There's too much of that in-between shit, though. I was even saying, like, oh, they should have a mode without a shop. Not only does that have a shop, but it has all kind of other shit to metagame with, like, the different abilities and things you're getting in between. Right, all the different buffs and stuff. That's like one of those modes, like, you know, like the Hearthstone duels thing that Teamfight Tactics is based on, or vice versa. So, whatever. It's just dumb. Why can't I do that? You must be level 3, but how am I supposed to get to level 3 then? What am I supposed to do? Just the arena mode the whole time? And I didn't even get any experience from that? Like, what do you mean? That's kind of dumb. So either you'd have to play against AI or do the same thing that I just did the whole time. It should let you do that, man. Or you'd have to do co-op. Yeah, it doesn't look like I even got experience for that. So I don't understand. Do I really have to do that? Co-op versus AI? Are you serious? I guess maybe. Like, the only reason why people would be doing this is for the same reason too, or like, you know, practice. But what good is practice gonna do you against fucking AI? That's probably sucks. As much as everybody fluffs up AI in the modern time, you know, like, it's been around for a long time and it's been in games and shit like that since you were a kid. But so Ivern is actually dead, which I'm kind of sad about, because that mode makes a little bit less sense. It's, you know, you'd say, oh, whether you win or lose, but if it's between that many teams, winning is a little bit more difficult, because it's like why would anybody ever normally do this mode? So now we'll spend the whole time just unlocking the fucking thing. I love that in modern multiplayer games. Like, you have to earn the right just to play I'm on the case. Exhaust, ignite, moment. Where is it? Exhaust, ignite, fucking I was craving that too in one of these games, like in Valorant or something. The flash ability where you can just get out of danger. But no, it's a situation where I feel like very annoyed that I would have to, you know, like, oh, you go in World of Tanks and you have to play bots for an hour, a couple hours before you play real players, or here, like, you'd have to go through this to get to, like, mid. Why does it even matter fucking mid? You're playing against fucking bots. Like, it's so stupid. So we'd really have to do this till we get to level 3 before I can do the other thing. And then, oh, now you have to play for another 100 hours before you can play in ranked. And then you have to play another 100 hours before you can do something else. Like, I don't know. The whole point of a low rank is that you're not good and new players should be playing together. So like, oh, but you're too bad to even do that. So you have to first earn the right to play the mode with the other new players. Right, like it defeats the purpose of a low rank. Like, oh, I want to play at the lowest rank, but you can't. You're below the lowest rank, and you have to earn the right to play for a while and then get to the lowest rank. Like, then what meaning does the lowest rank have? Because it means, oh, you're still experienced. Because yeah, this was a random, unexpected return here, but and the whole intermediate thing doesn't even make sense. Like, then why not just choose the easy thing to farm it out? Right, to farm out experience. Like, this will take so long. This will take so long to just even get to level 3, which you would think that would have been the whole reason why I made the account. And I don't think that other mode gave me any experience. Maybe just because, oh, we did so bad, but it should have given us something still. Or even the bots are even the bots are flexing skins. I'm not even looking at what any of this is doing. Like, I'll just figure it out in the course of the game. So I assume I go bottom, but I have no idea. Your party chat enabled can only send messages to a player in your party. Yeah, can I turn that off too even? I'm going to assume that going bottom is fine, but you know, this is kind of nostalgic though. Just seeing like I don't watch anybody play this. I've never, you know, in years, I have not seen this map in years, and it looks a little bit different too, but with this kind of character, you should, so obviously we're very clearly a DPS character. You know, again, it's all in. Or, well, we're trying to fucking... we're trying to just rush them because they're bots. Like, you wouldn't have the balls to do this against actual players. Okay.
It's my business to know what others do not.
No, I gotta figure out, how do you even turn off this shit? Like, if I don't even want that. Maybe they got rid of that option, but like, this community is hilarious, dude. They're talking trash at a low rank, like, you know, using wards, all these kind of dumb things that just... And I love that too. You would get pressured in a lane. Like, you're just standing there. Maybe this is one of the characters that would even inflict that on you. You're just standing there killing creeps, and it's like you'll get to half health from one of their abilities, and it's like, you know, you're not even doing anything, but... you just kind of keep needling them like a bit of a clown. Right, and they'll just take it. Shit. Oh, he avoided that pretty well. But yeah, you're not going to know how any of this shit works, and so it feels like... I don't know why we don't have a second person here, but I guess it's not really important anyway, but no, you could immediately tell the difference between an old hero and a new hero in the sense that it'd be like, what does F even do? Health, it's like, who needs potions when you have that shit? Control helps you to upgrade that. I don't know what this even does. Sets a trap that roots the first champion that steps on it. And I assume they can't see it as clearly as that, but... Or I hate the fact of, in all these games, that, oh, you have to get the last hit. The last hit fallacy of, like, you know, give me like a share of what I... Control E, fires a net, pushing her backwards. That's always a classic ability type. Well, we should go for it then if you're going to be like that. If you're going to come in. Or, you know, like you clear through a bit and then you go back, basically. And the reason why you go back is because you get to go get some items while they push it back to your tower, because if you try to fight on their tower or closer to it, right, then it sort of ends up backfiring on you a little bit. This is actually kind of refreshing in a way that all these pings, man, fuck everything. All right, we don't have enough to actually buy anything, or we could buy, what did I do? You could buy like part of it, I guess. Yeah, I'll defer to that, where it's almost like an auto purchase type of run. That was my Smite one. Like, oh, it's not only a permadeath gauntlet, but it's also a roguelike because I get to auto purchase everything, right? Because I just didn't feel like worrying about it too much. But again, as if you should have to really know exactly what you're doing, in the sense that when you're playing for the first time, you should just be able to do it in a more organic way and everything like that. I stay in it the whole time, but the arc of that is actually pretty good. Now, if they try to move up to get here, they'll get in a trap, even though they didn't, which I don't understand why or how. But no, sometimes minimalism is a good thing because I don't know if they can see those, really. Granting true sight. Traps last for 30 seconds. Okay, I could try to gank up on somebody, I guess, but I'm just standing out in the open. I can imagine dying to an actual bot, which nobody has done so far, but you have the net one. I like just the base damage abilities that you get, where you know, like the Q is just simple to the point, like just do it. We have the D. I like all the abilities too that just give you mobility away from something, and it gives you such an advantage with busting towers because you don't have to do like what I just did there, even though I'm a bit of a clown and I do it anyway, right? You don't have to do that, and the reason why you don't have to do that is because I oh, that's not what I meant to do. I was trying to do the E. Okay, we'll go back again and see if I can buy something. I would sometimes maybe go back too often, but again, we're playing against AI, so it doesn't matter, but we're just trying to see how any of this shit works. And so now we got this, and you got... Somebody could easily sneak up here and do something, but it's not like we're really struggling with the lane. It's just kind of like we're not going anywhere with it. Oh, she's like a detective roleplay type chick. Some of the voice lines and sense of personality that these characters have is actually pretty good, honestly. We're a little higher level, and the benefit of doing that is the fact that, you know, shouldn't he have been hooked in that? Like, why not? And we'll get my ult up in a little bit. I can't really tell whether they can see that shit or not. Okay, fine. He's kind of more fed than I am. But no, it's a situation where Infernal Drake. I don't know what that even means. Like, we take it, we give it to the other team, or... But no, if you like Diablo style games, you'll like this. But even this, you know, takes on that perspective of an RTS game that obviously this originally, you know, that's really what this is. The reason why is the perspective in this game like this? Oh, because it's based on an RTS game on Warcraft 3 in such a way that, you know, it wouldn't be designed that way any other way. Takes a moment to channel and line up a perfect shot she fires, dealing 335, but other champions can intercept it. True sight during the channel. Other enemy champions can intercept it. Imagine dying to a bot. I was just trying to use my ult just for the fuck of using it. Right, I was just testing my ult, but the channel time is kind of too long because... I mean, I've been 2v1ing bottom, at least that's a fair thing, but that's a bad start to show, and it didn't even work, so it didn't even go on cooldown because I always forget to use the ability buttons like that when you have like an active thing.
No stone left unturned.
But yeah, I'm even making fun of that. Imagine dying to a fucking thing. So I can almost do this where I do it without going into the thing. Like, you could almost hit it without needing to go into that. Like, let's test the range. Like, gotta just barely be in it, or why would it hit me there when I'm not even doing anything? There were still other ones out there. But yeah, everybody has the item builds, everything, even though we're like account level 1 or whatever. And somebody may be behind me, I don't even care.
I'll have this finished before tea time.
So I want to use the alt. Why did I feel like this alt went like the whole length of the map, basically? Where, I didn't even do that much. But no, if everything's a skill shot, that's always a good principle, like skill-based kind of game. Fun and interactive. I mean, that covers such a wide spread. They just walk right into it, too. Intermediate, by the way.
Be good while I'm gone, won't you?
But yeah, I just chose her at total random, too. Like, whatever order they're appearing in. For some reason, Ivern appeared on the other one. But no, I like not having to worry about the shop that way, even though it's probably still suboptimal in some way. Right, like how I'm building it. It's kind of an uncomfortable position a little bit. I'm using like a different setup to now we're gonna lose the tower that I'm actually losing the lane, but it is a 2v1, but I mean, like, I'm getting them relatively low, but the fact that he would still chase at that point is pretty impressive. We died once to them. We did a thing where I let a tower get destroyed. Like, I don't even care. You would think the other lanes are in very good shape then as a result, but I don't know. Oh, I'm not even paying attention to this. I shouldn't even stay on this one now. I just go to a different lane and leave it, but let's try to get this one first, and then they won't let me have it for like a few seconds, dude. Or like no player would ever do this. They would just try to get me. They're just only using their abilities, like. Like, can we get something with this trick even? Whenever I use my ult, I get fucked. But yeah, this is pretty much the same as it always was. So just keep recycling the same shit forever and just be like, you know, you're always gonna get the value out of that. Maybe I should move it a little closer. Let me test a few different mic angles. I shouldn't have to bend this far to get this. Ah, yes, of course, she's a bow user, but she's gonna buy a sword. Like, the way that some of these itemizations work doesn't exactly make a whole lot of sense. I still want to get that bottom tower, but talk about the bottom feeder effect. Go pick on bots and make you feel better about it, even though, like, holy shit, dude. This whole mode is just so dumb. Like, why I'm even doing this or why I would have to do it. Let me actually look at how it's looking in OBS. It looks fine, but it's the angle of this is a little odd. I can't really figure it out. What you have now is a situation where I would basically take this out and then go wherever I want. I would always be a good sort of turret buster type. Now we'll just leave that and go somewhere else. Right, because there's no need to push that far. That would always bounce you back and shit if you were trying to okay, so you gotta kite a little bit here. No, no, no. Fuck. Somebody's gonna come and get me though in the hour that it takes me to kill that guy. Somebody has spawned top. Like there'll be some differences with the creeps and everything too, but if you were to compare this directly to the Dota mod too, I wonder how similar would it actually be that way. You gotta always be kiting, which is my specialty as a mage type in many MMOs and different kind of games. So you hit in the middle of like 3 people and don't kill a single one. Now we could like help blitz crank at the top, I guess. It's no use even trying to do that there because there's just too many of them, right? Let's just go up to the top here. Yeah, that was at least pretty painless. Like, how long did that take? Like 15 minutes? Not that it's over yet by any means, but... What the fuck? We're just pushing a little bit too hard. We took out an inhibitor, and that's always a really crazy comeback element too. You'll take out an inhibitor and it's like, oh, it even says like good against blank and blank, like counter matchups, which you could say, oh, that's part of the meta, like knowing what's good against who, but like, I don't know, it just defeats the purpose because then everyone ends up doing the same thing, even if in those scenarios, like, you know, it just feels to have an add-on that tells you they look up guides, they look up wikis, they have all these build things saved. Like, it seems like, oh, that's cool that you get to customize, but then you don't actually do it because it's all just the same thing. I guess I'm not the only one who's died here. Like, imagine dying multiple times. Like, how? To the AI. It's not that the AI is even good. It's that you don't take them seriously. And you don't... she wants to be a sheriff. She wants to be a detective. She wants to be all kind of different things. Right? Some of the lore of these characters is very thinly veiled. But still cool nonetheless. And I love some of the interactions that they do have. Where even am I? I lost track of my... What? Where the fuck am I? I'm just like auto-attacking shit. No, I like the amount of damage you can do with this. This will be my new Kale, but I don't like her quite as much as that. And you had great versatility with Kale. Like, you're a melee character that could use that fiery sword ability that I like quite a bit. So, again, how much experience is this going to give me? Because I really just want to unlock at least the ability to actually play proper multiplayer matches and shit. I literally lost where I even was at a point there.
Let's do this by the book.
Or this one we can't even do because... I like when your auto attacks become so strong that you can just do whatever you want. Ah, fuck. Right, you start just doing significant amounts with just the auto attack, or I wonder whose auto attack is just the best, or what build combined with character would be like, wow, your auto attack alone is like doing more than certain characters' abilities do, even if your abilities aren't as good, or, you know, when you can just take out a turret like that with ease. There's a lot of weird rules, like whether certain abilities work on structures or not, or on minions or not even. I don't know what that means. It's like some take or give to who. Like, it's like a creep that you want to kill. Like, give it to the other team, give it to somebody else on your team, let them have it. Like, I don't want to kill it or something. How are we getting... Actually, it's 36 to 10. Like, how are we having any trouble doing this? Like, you're just getting cocky or what? This is the best, most successful thing we're still gonna have, and we're still like, I'm 4-3 against fucking bots, dude. But some of it is you're playing like sort of over overly cocky and stuff too. Let me push the bottom. But no, sometimes it's a good thing when you destroy the inhibitor in the way that they can turtle mode in their base and just wait there and then start to farm out the inhibited minions, and so they get more experience and they can kind of make a comeback like that in a way that allows you to realize that it can actually help you, right, to hunker down and do it like that. It seems like they give you more fair warning with the turrets too, and they give you like that little interface of whatever that you didn't have before. Like everything's just sort of tries to baby you. Now, will they actually even come after me? Not the way that humans would do, but so often they would just ignore me because, oh, either I'm the best player, I'm the worst player, so they don't care, like when playing online or whatever. But also I would sort of just do something sneaky and take out a whole row of turrets while they're fighting mid and doing other shit too, right? So, you know, how much of that can I really tank? And the answer is probably a decent amount. I could have almost just took it out there anyway. So what was that? I was trying to turn and do the D, but it's not D, it's E. I keep confusing that for some reason. The one that pushes you back with the thing. Dragon has spawned, so there was always that big worm that you had to deal with like at level 16 and shit. And the reason why is because that was like a big objective point. I seem to do a pretty good damage. Like a lot of that was just myself doing it there. So again, that should always get me to level 2. This is actually really annoying. Like I didn't want to spend too much time doing this. Like whatever, you know, it's sort of meaningless where you feel like unlock your first champion. I guess I could have some choice here. Like let's do Lux. Like I don't really care. Or I think I remember. Wait, you get multiple. What do you mean? I think I remember playing as him and I kind of liked it. There's so much button mashing shit that goes on. Daily play. Well, since that's who I'm apparently playing as anyway, like I don't know. Enthusiast takedown, level up. Or oh, okay, one game gets you to level 3, so I guess I can't complain about that. So now could I do actually a proper online one, even if I get destroyed or whatever? I just want to have the core experience. If we go PvP, Summoner's Rift, new rules for faster games, which is fine either way. So we would do, again, either Caitlyn or how do we even see all this here? We have Brand actually in my collection. We played as Ivern and died, which I don't know where we're getting those even. Like that might be a free one that you start with. Like how did I choose either of the two that I just did? Are they on the free weekly rotation? Like how come? Whatever. But we lost Ivern. We survived with Caitlyn obviously because we played against the AI. So maybe I should do one match like this just to try what it's gonna be like. Okay, so we have yeah, that Diablo art fits this actually pretty well because obviously the permadeath aspect, which I do like with everything, not just with single player games, but also the fact that it's a Diablo perspective kind of camera angle, which I always make fun of and criticize that, oh, it's so immersion breaking and everything like that. We're gonna go ahead and do this. Authentic Rift gameplay, authentic Summoner's Rift experience design to let you play out your champion's fantasy, less risk of falling far behind. There's gonna be some stupid play what you want. You can select the same champion in both roles as long as the swift play pick rate isn't too high. I don't know what that means, but I don't even get what any of this is. Like this is jungle and this is what? I was just playing bottom by assumption last time, but that would imply that, oh, like I must be good with her. That's why I'm choosing her, but whatever. So it's going to force me to play all these different modes than the actual core mode, but this will be basically as close to the core mode as you're going to get here. But at least thankfully that got me leveled up adequately in a way that yeah, just put it on rails. Like, oh yeah, we go bottom, fucking. I always love the value of that too. Like bottom and top should always be interchangeable because it's the same thing, right? Like what is really the difference? Right, the middle is distinct, I get it, but there must be certain creeps around or some other mechanic. You would think bottom and top would be basically the same shit.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Or whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Fuck. I was trying to do the thing. I gotta get used to the keys. D and F are not what you're trying to do most of the time. I was trying to do the ward there. But no, this should be actually against real players, if I'm not mistaken. Right, with all that stupid Discord type numbers in your name, which is totally unnecessary, but okay. Pigeon. Why does he get to put Pigeon as his number? What the fuck? He's Red John's nemesis over here, Pigeon. Why does he get that? But no, this community can be so jaded and cynical. Like, imagine just playing this and having fun with it in a basic sense and just doing it on and off. Kind of like with chess. Imagine just playing chess and having fun with it. Which nobody ever apparently does, either because it's so boring at a high level and you take it so competitively, or even at a low level, it's like you just get destroyed by people who do take it seriously. But
Always maintain a proper chain of command. I'll take you and your confession back to HQ.
so he's playing a lot like a bot. I mean, what the fuck is this? Oh, he used his ability, it's fine. They're just gonna bait you in though. You're not actually gonna be able to kill them. Like, why are you playing like this? Why is he playing so overextended and aggressive? We probably could have killed them if we went in a bit more, but I do like sort of needling them a bit where
No stone left unturned.
you know, you can keep pissing them off. So like, we got them both low, and so the goal is just that. It's not even meant to be that we but this is the same chick we were just playing against, even as the AI. But no, sometimes you overcommit and there's no need to do it. Just assume that anything you're gonna do, they're gonna figure out too. So like, wait, that didn't even do anything. Or no, it's a gradual. What is this? A stim pack from fucking Fallout? The healing over time. So we always want to go back at a certain time. This guy's gonna be under leveled. It could be the other players are bad too. I mean, it doesn't always just have to be me, but. Come on, get him. Fucking stupid ass shit. The whole thing is you want to get all your abilities first, regardless of what they are, probably. Although, actually, I wouldn't do that probably as Kale. I would love the Q so much. And I would just do that like crazy, but. You know, it could just be that these players aren't very good themselves. That could be a possibility. Or maybe you should leave the chat on just to prove that they actually are players. Because I almost wouldn't believe it. Everything's going to get replaced by a human-like AI that makes it feel like as shitty as they are. Or unpredictable or variable. But yeah, it's always the ego thing. Like, oh, look at me. I actually beat a player. That makes it feel worth my time to play on the same map as the same character over and over. Like I'm not being psychologically exploited by the developer to make the job easier. That if the content was done the same way, it wouldn't be fun to play against AIs on these same maps with the same characters with the same mechanics. But oh, it is worth it because now you get to... Now you get to do it in such a way that... The fuck? Why is he doing that? You could blame me a little bit, but like I'm not trying to go for anything, man. That guy just left, so he said no and left. Like what the fuck? I keep getting too close to them sometimes when I don't need to be doing that. We easily had a chance to kill this guy multiple times there, the clown, but it's the case. Now I'm actually under leveled too. See, I get so distracted by all this shit. I was over leveled of them, and now this guy was level 1. Like, how have I not gained any experience here? Like, I don't get it. This is the problem. You get sort of pushed back in a way that... Look how I did that. I did that little moonwalk. Moonwalk aw Caitlyn maneuver. Where you're getting holy shit, dude. Can you like fucking help? I almost would want to get to like level 5 here before I really go back, but I'm probably gonna die before that happens.
Desk duty.
It's kind of see. These are the moments where I fuck up because I'll like, even though I just got a kill. That would be one problem I always have in these games. I always fall behind in levels for some reason. Even if you're not getting kills or doing anything too crazy, right? That's what ends up happening because you feel like you're,
I'm here to protect.
I don't know. This guy keeps getting low, but I can't finish him off. Right, if we come here, you chase him back a little. I'm almost here, bro. We got to get him at an angle that we like come around here. We'll totally get him. We'll totally get him. You know, you don't have to be a jungler to gank like this shit in the jungle. That was a weak attempt, though.
An ally has been slain.
I just do that to get around more so than anything. But no, I really cannot do anything with it. Look how we both avoid our own shit. Well, of course, your auto attack isn't a skill shot. No use trying to go for these. Like, you're not going to get a kill, man. I got a kill. In fact, I got the only kill, maybe, but I'm just obsessed with the fucking Q. I won't even be able to help, though. I'm too low. Just chill, man. At least if I had the ult or something, I could do it. This guy moves like he is a bot, actually, but no, you get like knocked 100 to 0 way too quickly sometimes, and you get the sense of like you get 100 to 0 stun lock type shit, and you also get in a situation where you he's not doing anything to me, but now you can try to bait somebody around the tower, I guess, but they could easily kill me here if they were remotely competent. This isn't too bad, though, if you're actually playing against other players. Right, I got the first blood even, or not the first blood, but the first kill for our team, because this clown with me got the first death for some reason. But no, that's always one paranoia of mine. Like, I'll always fall behind in levels because I'm always derping around in base and shit. Okay, they finally do something too. So but no, maybe I'm thinking of a different character like Ashe. I think with the arrow, Ashe with the E. And the reason why I'm thinking of that is because, see, like, can I even take this now? Like, I don't even know. I can't even take it. Right, I should totally do that. I'll come around like this. Or he kind of snuffed that out a little bit, but I still haven't even gotten that shit. I haven't gotten the particular aspect here called the why are they so scared of this guy anyway? Look at him, look at him. What? I forgot. I always walk into that shit. And why are you going over that? Is this like a percentage of your health? Because it doesn't feel like it would be significant now at this point in the game. Yeah, you shouldn't always be trying to go for a kill. Don't always go for a home run play. Like I say, even with chess. Right, you're getting yourself too low. Like, I at least play safe to some extent. Oh, I'm not even paying attention to that, though. I should have used my ghost or something. Like, I'm not really believing that these people are going to be able to get the kill, so then I maybe don't help in a way that I should, and I still never got that, even though I was saying you should do everything for the first one of each ability. Ward quest complete, which I don't even really use the wards, but we can maybe finish somebody off here once we get to that point. Everybody seems afraid of this guy, this shenanigans guy.
I'll make this quick.
Just go to a different lane because you feel like
Steady. I never miss.
what is he even doing?
An enemy has been
Come on, look, you had him on a silver fucking platter. Just take this shit out, dude. I don't care.
Let's investigate.
First you said retreat, now you said let's investigate. Make up your fucking mind. What is all this old god fucking imagery that we got here?
Let's do this by the book.
Even here, we're not getting like any reasonable experience benefit. Here, I'll bust the tower as long as you let me. I mean, fuck it, dude. This is an AI. This is AI. No, nobody moves like that. Nobody does what this guy's doing. The fucking bot. Yeah, they're not players, but then how are they even doing so well? Like, why wouldn't you just go for me there? They could just be dumb, but like...
your team has destroyed a turret.
Yeah, that would always be my identity, though. A turret buster. Our turret has been destroyed, but where? I can't really tell whether these are players or not. I mean, some of them seem like it. Oh, here we go. Where is bro gonna go?
It's my business to know what others do not. Target marked.
Oh, come on. Come on. What is that shit, dude? Why was he going all back like that, too? Fuck this shit. Caitlyn just gets mad and starts shooting something. Set is the one who's always flipping around that I always use as an example of a power creep. Shit that, oh, all these new characters are gonna come. Fuck you. All these new characters are gonna come out and do what they're gonna do. Oh, bro. What is bro thinking there? He's just like baiting me, I guess. I could kill him right on the turret. I don't care. Yeah, this makes me actually look good somehow, but I don't know what they're doing down there feeding like the clowns that they are. I'll just take out all 3 turrets. I don't even care about the team fight going on or anything. Like, I'll just go... I could almost kill this guy, like, on the thing. I don't know. I'm just enjoying taking out the turrets more than actually doing anything else. Sometimes you get lost on yourself too. Like, I'm looking at the where I'm going, not actually at where I am on the map. But yeah, kills wise, people are kind of just fucking all around and not really being very intelligent about it. So wait, what's going on here? We can kind of get them from behind here, which would be a great... You know, if you just keep him there, we'll easily get him. We'll easily get him because you just feel like... Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh. Oh, but Set's gonna do the clown shit. I don't think I even got or deserved an assist for that. What is even going on? Like, why are we playing like this?
The law bends for
An enemy has been slain.
You got caught out, bro.
calibrating.
Use my ult on him twice and I can't get a fucking kill. Like, I don't know. You can never underestimate all the million outliers that they'd have. Like, they have so many reserves and shields and all this kind of crazy crap. You're trying to tell me I'm doing better against players than I was against the bots there. That's just because I was underestimating their bitch ass. What is this thing? The bottom part here is just all the Cthulhu imagery and shit. Now, I haven't been to the shop in a while, so despite whatever I feel like I'm doing, it's retreat from what? There's nobody even here. Fuck him, dude. Yeah, retreat for, but not for us. I'm not even looking at like where I am. I don't even know where I am. Look at all this shit bot behavior. This set guy is so fucking annoying. He's never set in one place. This game deserves like a fresh set of eyes, if you will, that you'd be like, I don't even care, you're never gonna get him. There's so much baiting like that. Oh, you'll have some crazy abilities and this and that. They're like, oh, you think you're gonna kill them 100 times over, but then you just don't. But no, a game like this that's been beaten to death, that's so competitive, that's everybody cynical and jaded about, it deserves like a fresh perspective. Let's just enjoy it, just play it like a normal game, play it like a normal person who doesn't play it every day. And like, there's this stupid principle actually that people talk about, like, if you do something 18 minutes a day for a year, you'll be better than 95% of people. But yeah, you're only better than the 95% who don't do it every day. Meaning, like in chess, you could be Alex Botez if you do that with chess for a couple years. Like, you know what I mean? It's not, when they say retreat, I just walk right into it. I don't give a shit. But no, you do it for a certain period of time like that. But yeah, you're only better than the people who don't actually do it, as in like on a regular basis or in any capacity. So you really shouldn't fight that thing because somebody will always gank you when you do it. I gotta use my W more, but come on, man. You gotta see. I'm a pretty passive, defensive, clownish type of player, but even me, I don't. Oh god. Fucking. Come on. Just go, dude. There's nothing to retreat from, you fucknut clowns. I like that it's trying to get closer. Oh, they can just walk right through that. Everybody's behaving like a bot, even if they're not. But I guess I have my chat disabled maybe in a way that otherwise wouldn't work. Of course, the map shrinks when you get closer to their base because, oh, they can get to you from here to here so much easier. Then, you know, that's the whole beauty of the thing. Like, why it's easier to defend than to attack. But they don't really attack you on turrets, so that's what makes it seem like, that's what makes them seem like bots. This guy's kind of asking for trouble, but he's also gonna try to escape here a little bit. I do that E, but then it ends up hurting me because you... I don't give a shit. There's kind of too many of them there, though. Chill, chill. Getting a little bit too low here, where I don't like that. Okay, let's just back off a little. You know, or you'll end up getting so many kills, but then you'll die because you haven't gone to the shop enough or gotten items. So you might be getting fed, but then you gotta actually eat. Right? You can't take it with you, so you gotta actually take advantage of this shit here a little bit. See, we gotta do the bottom feeder effect. Like, oh, look, I'm better than some random clowns, even though not really much. But, like, you know, it's... I kind of wanted to take out the top. You know, whenever people are just mindlessly fighting like this... Or actually, they took out our whole side here. right, while I took out like every turret that we've taken out, which is only like 2. But I'm a little confused by that. Right, I'm gonna push this lane while they all get each other killed. But no, at least you can be strategically. It's 18 to 10, which I only account for 4, so it's not like I deserve too much credit, but just the deaths are a little bit surprising that we've even died 10 times. 2 and 2, 6 and 3. Our turret has been destroyed, but where? How? I guess it must be the middle. I'm gonna just take out the top. I don't even care. You know, I like those kind of characters, which this one isn't. This is more like a damage character, I'm pretty sure. But the ones who are able to, like, you know, you can just solo kind of survive on your own and shit, and you're not getting like one shot. It's like my old story with WoW. I started as a mage, and I love mages and high risk, high reward, right? My RPG philosophy that, oh, classes are defined more by what you can do than by what you can do. Because, like, as a mage, you can't heal, you can't do this, you can't do that. You're squishy, but then, oh, shit. Wait, but he's asking for it too. He's one dude. He's just one dude. Oh, come on. Come on. Bro thought he was ganking me. The situation that you're in is the simple fact that I'm at full health, so I'm not even worried about shit, but who needs a little ward when you can just do that to, you know, get them to walk around and shit. The point that I'm making is that okay, I kind of forgot what I was even saying. Let's do the F. I keep forgetting to do those abilities. Let's just try to take out the tower and deal with the inhibitor minions, which makes it pretty hard to actually do both of those together. Wait, they're at least getting some kills. You probably shouldn't ignore what they're doing so much, but I don't really have much faith in what they're doing, so they're probably not they're probably not paying much attention to me here. If you get rid of this one, then we can go back to base. Or maybe I should just keep pushing. I'll just be a degenerate and go all the way. You shouldn't really use your ult unless you're gonna actually go for the kill that way, but you know. Alright, we pushed that adequately, and I never trust or know when I can actually go to kill the minions there with respect to. Let's take out this turret now too. See how we keep switching and we're fluid and everything like that. I really want to remember what I was about to say there, but I can't. One of my old takes that I can come up with on the spur of the moment. I could have easily killed that guy when I don't have the balls to do it. But they don't get at you here though. Look how they're just letting me do it. They're that afraid of me, or they're obviously bots and AI and shit in a way that. You shouldn't over-greed, like let him have it, and then we'll go down to the bottom here. So even though we're doing fine, we're not able to actually. What if I just try to take them here, but somehow you still have trouble tanking it in a way that I'm kind of fucking up here. I don't know what that was. I used the ghost ability. You could bump yourself with that. We gotta have a perfect record here. We're like Manfred von Karma of League of Legends. We'll never die in a single game, even though I died to a fucking bot in the previous. Okay, we got that. Still have quite a bit though, actually. Go here. I'll end up doubling up some of the items. So your max level here is 18, if I'm not mistaken. It was confusing in Dota. It goes up to like 30, which is a little bit weird. We got pushed back pretty hard though, unfortunately, because they've been spamming the pings so much. You're hearing more of the pings than probably the fucking music, But no, this one was okay. You know, I didn't play particularly great, but you know, our team should be winning, but you can sometimes be up big on the score and it doesn't translate to anything else. So what do we have here? We're pushing up top, we're pushing mid. Now we should start trying to go for kills, but this guy's a little bit tanky with all his shields and abilities and shit that can fuck up. And so I don't understand, but Bro is asking for it. Yeah, nice aim with that one. Fucking.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Alright, what is going on here, Evan? This guy's only like level 14. He's having my problem of always being under leveled. But again, all these people either feel like AI bots or they just are shitty players. So we'll let them have that. You have slain the something Drake. Chemtech Drake.
Godlike.
Baron Nashor, that's the worm guy. See, my memory comes back little bits at a time. So go here, don't even worry about this shit. This should be gone by the time that you are dealing with it. It's very satisfying watching that shit happen so quickly. The watching a building turret fall so quickly, or even just being able to tank it overall. You really think I give a shit, dude? Like, yeah, you had a second thought, like oh, he's gonna come after me, and then he starts running away, like, bro. Bro. But no, the one thing I'm not is necessarily very tanky. Now, we've hit that adequately. We just can't let them rush our base in a way that could be problematic. Right, like sometimes this can be deceptive that you get to...
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I'm a little worried about our base, actually.
Destroyed a turret.
But maybe it doesn't matter. Like, we're already here, so just do it. Yeah, we've already won. I'm acting all apprehensive, but it doesn't matter. Like, just go for it. What are you backing off for, you stupid-ass bots? I'll just single-handedly take out the whole fucking Nexus myself. So clearly we're dominating a game filled with bots or bot-like players. So that was an okay return to the game. Obviously, that one arena mode we tried a game against bots, and then we tried another game against bots because apparently I should get commended for that one. But again, I don't know. It made it seem like you're playing against other players, but play a match-made game, even though it matches me against bots, apparently. I hate that in every game that you just assume that, like, oh, if I do well in any way, it could just be bad players, but like, if you look at the overall score, so 9, 0, and 5, so I was clearly the best there, right on either side, which again, that must be an aberration. Like in Spellbreak, I get first place in my first game ever of Spellbreak. It couldn't just be the, oh, I'm good, or it couldn't just be the, oh, the other people in the lobby are bad, because we're also getting matched against new players. Oh no, you have to sleuth out that, oh, it must be bots, which it was partly bots, at least, because the game was close to dying out or whatever, so there weren't that many players, so it was partly bots. But still, like, oh, anytime you do well like that the first time playing something, oh, it must be bots, because you can't possibly be that good or successful, right, at it. Okay, so that was a good introduction episode. See you later. Okay, so today is going to be episode 2 in my Permadeath Champion Gauntlet of League of Legends, and I think it's my first time officially, like I said, bringing this game into fruition when it comes to that format, because I've done it with so many other games, and it immediately crashes, but that's okay. The point being that you have a situation where this game has a real problem with OBS, which is an anomaly considering how popular it is and how it's one of the biggest categories on Twitch, which is part of the reason why I'm even doing it now, because I was doing this sort of sub-series out of the blue, where I'm like, oh, I'll take whatever the most popular game is on Twitch. at a certain time, not like right now, but when I had last looked at it, right? And I'll use that to decide what my next category is going to be. So we went through, just chatting, GTA 5, Dota 2, Dota 2, Valorant, and now obviously this. Those two came back to back, so it was at least convenient with the whole Riot launcher and stuff. But the point that I'm making is that, see, it appears on stream like it's my AFK screen, but if I'm looking at the OBS itself, it looks like it's frozen. So I don't know if it's working now or not. Like my own OBS is bugged. But yeah, that's the first thing we're going to address, is the fact that I'll explain how to get this to work, apparently, right? Even though it's not working very well now. I couldn't get it to game capture, right? It doesn't, in fact, it says it just doesn't work with game capture. Then I couldn't get it to window capture either. So I display captured it the first episode, but it was a bit laggy, etc. So you do window capture, but then you change it to, you have to go borderless full screen. So go in the options in the game and make it borderless full screen. And number 2, you have to go in the properties of the window capture and change it to Windows 10 and up. And between those two things, then it works. As if you should have to do all this and it shouldn't be super obvious and intuitive for one of the most popular games out there. It's amazing how some of the most popular ones on Twitch like that, right? And just in content creation scene, and even esports require that. Like, because of the anti-cheat, you somehow can't game capture, as if that should be related to it. Like, by that logic, it shouldn't work with OBS then at all. Like, Counter-Strike is like that. You can't game capture it. League is like that. Valorant is like that. Like, these are some of the top categories, but yet they don't work. Like, that's a little bit silly. So it apparently seems to be working, but I'll have to look back in the VOD and understand, like, why isn't it showing my art when it's clearly right there? Like, where is the window capture thing even? I don't know, but whatever. Yeah, this is going to be part of my permadeath. This is going to be part of my permadeath champion gauntlet, which again I've done with games like Overwatch, Paladins. I was introducing it with Dota 2. Like, you can do it with anything, any multiplayer game. So you play each character until you lose a game, each champion, etc. Until you lose a game, then you can't play as them anymore. When you run out, it's over. You can only use the free-to-play currency that you earn over the course of the run to buy other heroes. And you can use the weekly rotation free ones. You can use the ones that you start with, but you're trying to go on good streaks, so either you have a good streak or you get a lot of variety, at least with different characters. It's really fun to do, especially when you're playing a game for the first time, or again, effectively the first time. Like I said last time, I played this a bit when it first came out, around then 2009 to 2012. I really like Kale, and we had the Meta Knight effect with Udyr, where I just randomly play him and I'm doing well, and then people are saying, oh, he's busted, broken. Like, how do I know that? Like with Meta Knight and Brawl, like, you're just playing all the characters and, oh, I'm having a lot of success with Meta Knight, but oh, then he's broken. Like, come on, I'm not doing it for that reason. I don't know that. And then Kale, obviously I liked, but then they did a full 180 with Kale, where I came back in 2016. Then that's the only other time really I played it. Maybe once or twice since then, but very briefly. So 2016, I come back and Kale used to be an early game aggro champion, right? And so I could try to play her like that, but then I realized, oh, they did a full 180 and now she works completely differently. The Samus Aran effect too, that, oh, I didn't know it was a girl for a little bit. But no, it's the fact of, which again, the voice would give that away, so I don't get it. I must have had the voice off, or I didn't really pay attention. But like in Half-Life 2, when I played Half-Life 2 as a kid, I somehow didn't catch, this is actually a pretty funny story, I didn't catch that it was actually about aliens. I thought it was about some dictatorial dystopian government society, because I didn't get too far in it either. But I didn't know it was an alien takeover. I thought it was just, oh, look at Dr. Breen, it's a dystopia, it's like 1984. Like, that part I understood, but I didn't get the alien part at all. I somehow just wasn't paying attention, or maybe they don't make it super obvious. They just call them our benefactors and stuff. Because you might think, oh, how would that explain for the technology and some of the enemies? But it could just be, it's a dystopian, post-apocalyptic kind of world. It's a sci-fi, like it's a futuristic world. It doesn't mean like it's real life current time, but that doesn't mean that it has to be aliens. It could just be, oh, it's a futuristic world, right, with all the stuff in that anyway. But no, we'll do the Permadeath Champion Gauntlet, which is very fun. And so, again, played in 2009, 2012 range. Karthus obviously is my specialty, because my specialty is dying, so you get to take advantage of the fact that you're dead and still use your ult ability, right? That's why I like Karthus. And I like Udyr because it's the Meta Knight effect, and then I like Kale because it's the Samus Aran effect, or it's like just the early game aggro, but then they did a full 180, which I'll never forgive them for, which is a dumb change because, again, you can introduce a new character like Kale's brother or something, and they get to, somebody like in the same storyline, same universe, and they get to be like what they made Kale into. But why would you take a character that works one way and make it work completely differently? It's like taking a tank and making it a healer, taking a healer, make it a DPS, make it do something completely different than what it does for no reason. It's one thing if you want to nerf it, if you want to change it, right? That's fine. But yeah, what I want to do is so I played as Caitlyn last time. I'd love to show this, but I can't show this either now. Right, like I have no idea how this thing works. Or now it's showing it properly. Like I could show my stats and everything. Oh god. Like again, one of the most popular categories in existence, and this is what I have to put up with? Like why is it so difficult to get this to just work in a simple level? That is so dumb. Right, this whole launcher client aspect is scuffed. This is an archaic element of the old, like from when the game first came out, and apparently despite the game's success it still has to deal with this. This whole thing should not exist. You should just open the game and then you see this menu in the game and then join. You shouldn't need this and then you go into a match. That's a very antiquated, arbitrary thing that shouldn't be necessary. So I played like a practice game or a game. I had to do like a co-op game. Oh no, I did like 2 things last time, or no, maybe 3 things. Will it even show me like my history? I don't even know how this works. I don't care about the roar track type of shenanigans right now. Although unlocking new heroes could be a good thing. View profile. So I'm already level 5. I can't remember what the highest level I got to, whatever it was. But mastery score, so Caitlyn and that. Okay, can you just show me what I did? Even though it's unranked, I don't really care. So we played apparently 5 games. Oh, no, but those don't count. That was just me like actually testing the game, and you might think, oh, why can't I do that from here? But you can't because this client is different than the other one. So this doesn't count, obviously, towards the permanent thing because we're not actually playing. Those are like just against AI, 1v1. Although that was a format I always used to like. I would make my own 1v1 matches and try to get people to play it, and it'd be fun. So we tried the arena mode, right? Because we couldn't immediately play the 5v5 thing, so I thought, I'd level up in the arena mode until I unlock it, but then it didn't give me experience either. So we played that, we lost. I'll still count that, so Ivern is gone, right? Even though I kind of liked him and I feel bad about that, it is what it is. Then Caitlyn we played as in a co-op game against bots, so we could get from level 1 to level 3. Right, in order to unlock the Summoner's Rift Swift play thing there. So here is what's funny, as I went 9-0-5 in my first game against actual players in the proper game mode, at least, right? Whereas here against the bots, I went 4-3-6. So I did worse against the bots than against the players, unless the players were bots too, which I can't really determine. So we'll play as Caitlyn again if it's available, if it wasn't like a free rotation type of thing. So this is going to be a fun series, but it's like, I'm looking at it from a perspective like, is it possible to have fun with the game? This will be like my whole premise, right, lens on looking at it. Is it possible to have fun with this game in this day and age, past all the cynicality, the esports, how seriously people take it, metagaming? Is it like with chess, how much people study it and take it seriously? Is it possible to just have fun with it on a surface level as a new quote-unquote player? Again, even though I have some experience with it in the past, not a lot, and not recent experience, so it would be still very different to me. Kale is a good case example of that. You're used to it one way, but it's completely different. So my point is that, is it possible at the low level, unranked against other bad players who don't know what they're doing, right, to not metagame, to just take it at face value, to just improvise, figure things out, make some mistakes? It's okay. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have the perfect build, and have fun like that in just a dynamic way, just to kind of appreciate the game for what it is instead of turning it into some sort of ego. Again, you're playing to win. You're trying to do your best, yes, but it doesn't have to be like the way that sometimes people treat these things. I find that kind of depressing. Again, even at the low level, we're not, you're not trying to be competitive. You're not like, I'm trying to be master rank or esport. No, you're just like, you're just trying to try the game out. Like, just play it, just give it a shot. Like with chess, if you, just try it. You just want to try it. So that's the kind of gatekeeping, toxic, stupid shit that people do. Like at that level, and it's like a bottom feeder effect. You want to show off and brag amongst people like, oh, look at me. I was 9-0-5. I was the best player in this match in my first game in years. So that shows you how good I am, which kind of is actually true, because it's not like I have any experience. I had no idea what I'm doing. I'm just auto purchasing, you know, whatever the shop suggests to me, which is sort of the game metagaming itself. That's how bad it is. That, oh, you don't want to look up guides? Well, we'll just put we'll put the guide in the game itself, because we assume everybody's doing it anyway. So my point is it possible to have fun in a game like this that's highly competitive, highly popular, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that at the high level, mid level, you know, later on, if that's what you want to pursue. But just at the surface level, can you just go in, have fun, you know, come home after a day of work, just try it, have fun, do what you got to do on instinct, you know, enjoy the base mechanics, the characters, all the aesthetic, the whole lore, whatever. And is it possible to just enjoy that, and then you get into some of the finer points later, right? As far as worrying about the shop, as far as worrying about the exact, you know, creep meta, kill count, the exact route in the jungle, the exact, you know, kind of gameplay finer points. Is it possible to just enjoy it on that level? And it can be, because if you play against other people who are also not very good or experienced, right, that's where the honor code is kind of broken. Like, oh, people are looking stuff up at a low level and trying to kind of cheese it, right? Because knowing is half the battle. Just kind of take it at face value. You shouldn't need to do that. You shouldn't need to know how everything works at this level. That's the whole principle of gaming, right? In a certain perspective, just get in, do it, and then over time, if you like it and stay committed to it, then you can figure it out later. Right, even in like a first playthrough Permadeath, where I play a game, you know, like let's say I play a game for the first time, and if I die, then the playthrough's over and I can't play it anymore. That principle applies even there, where it's like, I'm not going to know everything right away, but the longer I survive, the more I'll learn. And then based on the more I learn for surviving longer, the better chance I'll have to survive in the long term, even after that. So you see how it's tied together. So same thing like with this, I'll get better with this character the more games that I win in a row, and if I lose, then I lose all that experience, you know, all that experience, not like character experience, but like my literal real life experience with it. You know, I'll get in a rhythm, I'll start to do better, I'll start to get practice. So usually that's what I always say, like you want a couple easy quick wins so that you can learn the character, you know, get comfortable with the character and then take off. So like this whole culture of modern gaming though is very cynical. Like, you treat it like a foregone conclusion. Everything's metagamed, everything min-maxed, everything looking up guides, looking up streams, looking up, you know, this and that. So suppose you weren't doing it like that. I'm not condemning even doing it like that. It's even a good thing that you can do that, or that people take it that seriously and it's competitive. But not everything has to be like that at the low level. That's what really offends me about it, is like, you know, you see like 1,200 rated players in chess studying openings and telling you about opening theory. Like, you're missing the point, right? You can do that if you want, but I mean, should it really come down to that? And then the other thing is, you know, like here, you're going to be metagaming the shop, min-maxing the shop. Like, does it really should it really matter, right? Should it really come down to that? Because like, oh, a game between a battle between two masters is decided instantly, like based on your preparation and stuff. Like, that'll be the minute thing that makes the difference at the highest level. Like, oh, they built their shop a little better somehow, or did some creative thing, and that's the reason why they win the game, because it's so even otherwise, because they're both so good. Or it'll equalize itself out because they'll both do everything perfectly in the shop. So now it comes down to their little minute plays that they make. But at the low level, it's like everybody's so bad that, oh, all the difference could be made by, oh, the shop and the build, because that carries you, because everybody doesn't know what they're doing. Or vice versa, it's not going to have much of an impact because you're all so bad anyway, it doesn't matter. But you know, opposite interpretation moment. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna try to play a game as Caitlyn. The problem is this capture is maybe not even gonna work now, because this just makes no sense how any of this works. It's really quite annoying. So it's already activated. It's a window capture, even not a game capture. It's just the most amazing thing. Like, oh, what does OBS use to stream most and record most? Oh, games like League, Counter-Strike, and Valorant. Oh, all three of which, among probably others, they can't be game captured with it. So like, what do you mean? So I'm going to queue up for, I kind of want to show it as I'm doing it, but then I don't want to have display capture on either. It's very odd. So I'm going to queue up, I'm going to go in with Caitlyn, and I'm going to, where did it go? What an annoying, like, it just is unbelievable that you should have to deal with that, though. I can't even believe it. Yeah, we're going to try to play as her. If she gets banned or if she gets somehow taken by somebody else, then obviously I always have the option to either quit out and try a different game, like just to keep in the rhythm of of trying to play as the same one over and over, or I could just play as a different one, but just remember that she's still alive, basically, and we're on a streak of one game. But yeah, this is one of my all-time favorite formats, and to bring it to multiplayer games is, to bring my love of permadeath runs to multiplayer games is really telling, because see, like with NBA 2K, even like, oh, you play as each team until you lose a game in online quick match, and then you can't play as them anymore, so you try to build up these amazing streaks. And if you do that, then you know, it makes it very high stakes. It gives you a good sense of variety. Even if you lose, it gives you a good sense of accomplishment and something really to play for, aside from just trying to win. Obviously, you're trying to play to keep the character alive. It really is just a fun dynamic that you can do with any game. I especially like the idea of doing it with games that I have never played before, so it gives you a sense of structure and finality. Like, oh, let's say you're playing some new MOBA that just came out, and it's like, okay, I'll go in and play Marvel Rivals, for example. I go in and I play each character until I lose a game, so it gives some structure and finality to the series. That's not just like, oh, I'm going to play it for years and I'm going to play it over and over and the same character over and over. No, it'll be like, it gives me a taste of it. I play as each character. If I do well, then I can play as them a lot, but if I don't, then I lose. Or sometimes you get carried by the team, whatever. But you play as each one until you lose, so you get a good amount of variety, and then the end point of the series would be, oh, you succeed by playing as every single one at least once. Assuming you have to unlock them, that would be like a victory condition, that you were able to play long enough and save up enough resources over the course of your play to buy all the heroes and get to play each of them at least once. Or you just try to see how long you can last with each one, and that's sort of the end of the thing, the end of the series, that, oh, you would go until you run out, so you lose every single character, or you can't unlock every character, so you run out of them to play as. So that those would be the ways that it's very satisfying. Yeah, this was one of those games that I was waiting to do this format with for a long time, and I always talked about it, and I don't think I officially formally did, even if I sort of flirted with the idea, or maybe I did it as like a one-off, kind of like what I'm doing here. But just, this one really deserves it because it has so many characters to choose from. It's such a popular game. It's something that I never really played that much, so it kind of deserves this look at it in a perfect way, because like the format could go on for a super long time, because I could play hundreds of heroes. I thought there were over 300, but then when I looked at the whole list here, it looked like only almost 200, but I'm not sure. But no, that first game with Caitlyn was encouraging. That was a good thing. Obviously, you'll say, oh, it's just because these are bad players, but I'm a bad player too. But friends are different skill levels without the fear of falling too far behind, which I don't understand really what was different in that. It felt relatively the same as like a normal 5v5. 10 randomly selected champions, narrow bridge. But no, we'll mainly stick to this mode, but any other mode that I do, like how I even did that, would still count. If I lose, I still... But no, I'll try to do the same mode generally, because that never gets old or boring. But yeah, this one deserves the look right, as far as this format, and just in general as a good excuse to play it. And I don't know, I just feel odd doing this in this day and age. But no, I liked Caitlyn. I like her auto attacks, how strong those started to become over the course of the game. She's obviously a damaged character. She started to do more with her auto attack than even other people were doing, period, with abilities. That was satisfying, and we did well. We won. We survived to the one game. And it's a situation where you also have the ability to consider that I think she's one of the vanilla older kind of characters, where maybe she didn't come out right when the game came out, but I know she was there for a long time, and she was there relatively early on, so she's not one of these new age kind of gimmicky ones like Set or something, or the chick with the Alice in Wonderland with the scissors or some shit, Gwen, right, where it's all these kind of mechanics that really stand out. You can tell a character's new like that. That's like some kind of power creep or some way to kind of try to yeah, I like how you can double roll. It's not like one of those what is that ability? I don't understand. Fleet footwork. Not like that red. My classic combo was always exhaust and ignite with Kale, which nobody would run now. I think people were even making fun of that. That was a pretty funny thing. I don't know if I did that on stream or not. Like in 2016, I probably did. In 2016, I come back to play as Kale, and it's like, people would be like, why the fuck did they choose exhaust ignite, and why are they playing so aggressively? Okay, now let's turn off display capture. Exhaust ignite in terms of the wait, how did it start that quickly? I know it's supposed to be a fast-paced thing, but it can't be that fast-paced. It started, I've never seen a match start that fast. Okay, so the Q is my obsession, and I don't know what any of this is, nor do I really care. So we're supposed to go to bottom, which I do like that it shows you that with the arrow, but you would think it should be intuitive, that you should be able to figure it out or something. I'm confused what that other ability was, or how. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to do anything. Like, aren't we pretty much the same type of character, though? We're both ranged. We're not really meant to be in this combo. But no, I like the idea of, oh, you're just playing on instinct, and look how in the first game, not to get cocky, I was better than everybody and blah blah blah, but whatever. I would just kind of wander around like this even if I'm not the jungler. But no, I didn't. I missed a screen there. Like, how did... I'm so confused. How did I choose... I guess you're queuing up as the character already, so you don't have to worry about like fighting for it. But you know what I mean? Like, I click queue up for a match, and then you're just in the match, which is kind of cool how fast that was. But normally it'd be like, you'd go in, then you choose the character, you'd ban the characters you don't want, whatever. It would be a bit more of a process. So that's maybe part of how this fast-paced mode works. Yeah, this is kind of refreshing, though. I mean, you got to look at it. See, I'm more like a... I don't know. My way of doing things is always more involved. Like, not involved as in, like, oh, you're good or something. But involved as in, like... Oh, I don't know. You don't have enough abilities at this point to really do anything either. I could have almost done it, especially if I used like the ghost thing. Or you should just use that F whenever it's up anyway. Now we've gotten them low at least, so if, you know, that was a good way to pressure them. I almost doubt that these even are players whenever you do well, but it could just be that they're bad players and the game is so popular that, you know, everybody thinks they're going to be the next faker or some shit. So this, you sometimes shouldn't do this early because it's not going to have that much impact even. But no, like, look how fast-paced this is. It's like not even a minute in and we're already this far. No, keep going, fuck it. You pussied out too early. So she's kind of like me, isn't she? What is her name? Misfortune or whatever. Like, we're very similar characters, so this isn't like the best matchup that you would typically have. I like how we just needle the shit out of them, though. Like, fuck them. First blood, and then somebody else gets a kill too. I'm more than happy to go back now, which this may or may not be the best place to do it. They could easily kill me, you know, and tank a shot at this shit in the process of doing that. But no, I mean, it could go this fast paced anyway if you were playing it like a normal game, but you know, this is pretty good. I like that arena mode too for what it's worth, even though now he's level 3, so I don't know if I should even go for like a sneaky kill. I probably shouldn't, but it's fuck. It's often so easy to do that. You just go down here and catch him off guard. And see, like, the fact that they pushed it back actually benefits us because we don't want to fight out there anyway with like a whatever W fucking shit. Okay. You shouldn't really be missing with that. Ally is slain. Okay, fine. Look how we're just tearing through. Like, we're two very high damage, you know, high damage value characters that allow you to, that's got to be one of my most hated mechanics. The fact that, the whole last hit thing. But no, her base hits are so good. That's one of my favorite things. If I'd have, like, a character preference, I'd say, like, I want my base swings to be so good. And I love that ability so much with Kale, and the reason why I liked it so much was because of the simple fact that what oh, come on. Or they're both low. Oh shit, we could have killed both of them. I'm just obsessed with the tower. Fuck it, dude. But no, like, we're both super low, so we almost shouldn't do this. But, okay, it's getting a little messy down here. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I would have like a bias towards characters that are more we'd have a bias towards characters that are like more melee, not melee, but like base hit value, right? You want the base value to be very high. And the reason why you want it to be high is because I was almost gonna go back. Oh, what the fuck? Fuck.
An enemy has been slain.
You cannot outrun your crimes.
I think we missed probably a ridiculous number of kills, or I would commit to like one thing. No, like I love that thing with Kale, the sword thing. The it would be like the E where it would be your sword, but it would be range, so you get the best of both worlds. You're like a melee character, but you can also use your sword. I'm gonna just keep going though. I don't give a shit. Yeah, I push it to the limit. I don't care.
An ally has been slain.
Crime is common. Logic is rare.
Look how they're letting us get away with this. Like, this is me asking to basically die, but I'm just refusing to go back. Okay, now we go back. No, chill. Yeah, chill. You can just tell that they're Yeah, chill. I want to get to level 6, but you know, you can't always try to be so aggressive. So we got the first blood, notably, but other than that, it's pretty basic kind of game. The collector, see, I'll just let it, you know, why even have the shot then? I'll just let it do it for me. But you know, they're super low, so I don't even care. I want to get my ult.
Protects the public.
Okay, dude, and they're still gonna fuck it up. There's like 4 people here, and it's fine. Like, I don't even care. But you can get just killed on the tower. Like there's no point even trying to fight them because there's just way too many. You can't do anything.
Drop your weapons.
I like the range of that. I like the no, don't go for a gank, dude. We can't do shit. Just let me get to level 6 and I'll fuck them up. You know, you gotta wait for the ult, which I should only use when they're super low. I kept confusing it with like Ash's ult, basically.
Let's wrap this up. Target marked. Immaculate.
That almost killed them, but it not quite.
Has been slain.
Where are they? Okay, I don't even know what's happening, but or sometimes, you know, you don't use your abilities on creeps because you're just gonna be wasting. But then I couldn't use them on the other team. Haha. Like there's no. Don't waste your mana there, but. I'm not having a whole lot of impact now, but we should always take out the tower. I'm not going to even go for that. I'll just ignore it. Like, I don't care. I don't want to kill him on the tower, but you're kind of just... How are you just tanking that? Like, I can respect it, but I don't care. Like, I just want to take it out. Come on. If you weren't so focused on... But then I guess that he would have kept peeling us, sort of.
An ally has been slain. Unstoppable.
What?
Love a good mystery.
Oh, he don't have the balls to face me with it, though. This guy can do fucking nuts amounts of damage, but... Where'd he go?
Will soon fall.
What? I don't know what happened. He has like flash or something. He's a higher summoner level than me, so he has an unfair advantage. I like how, you know, this character should be squishy though, but nobody has the balls to do it. Like a good Ezreal could have just destroyed me there probably.
I'm not here to serve.
Yeah, I see them, dude. It can be easy to tunnel vision sometimes, although I wanted to get the fucking Ezreal clown. I've been really persistent in not wanting to go back to base, though. By the time I decide not to go back, I could have just done it anyway. Oh, come on. Look how he, like, is he actually a bot? Like, he has no instinct to actually try to finish it off. Oh, God. What is this, like, fucking... That's one of the things that triggers me, which I'm partly doing it, too. You get everybody low, but you can never finish them off. Like... Go for it. Go for it. You know, you got everybody, like, 1 HP, so if you just had the killer instinct, you could do it. Keep wasting my mana on that. Like, look at Caitlyn just fucking carrying the day, like refusing to go back, even though I probably should. That guy said no and left kind of ability. Ezreal's gonna kill him. I remember him doing insane amounts of damage though. So we almost destroyed the tower in a way that's kind of annoying because come on. Like, how's he tunnel vision so hard? Now finish that fucking tower that I've been working on all day long. This is pretty satisfying if these are actually players, for whatever egotism shit you might realize with that, or we should try to go get a kill here, since I also still refuse to go back. They're doing pretty well here though too. Like it's not like a situation where
An ally has been slain.
you know, like I'm carrying alone, although 11-7 is pretty close. I just almost can't believe sometimes that these are players, because you see that like in Valorant. I'm playing my first couple unranked games in Valorant and their aim is so good. Like, could be from other first-person shooters, but like, how is their aim so good? Whereas with me, it's like, with this, like, they're just not very good. They don't know what they're doing. I better just go back. But no, I'm actually enjoying this. This is good. Again, as long as it's not too fucking obnoxious too early. It's going to be that one try-hard fucking, you know, guy who's like an esports player. Why are we giving us free shit, dude? Only free thing I want to see in this is the free rotation that I get to abuse for free champions, because I'm going to keep dying on the same ones over and over. Keep losing on the same ones, I mean. Or I mean, you know, losing over and over and then you run out. So you have to... Okay, it's 11-8. It's okay. I don't see why this is such a big deal right now, but they're kind of lurking in this bottom part. So, like, I don't know. By the time I get there, it's not even going to have any impact. Or whenever I do a lane, then I just leave it. Like, how long is Wukong going to... The longest Wukong battle since Dragon Ball Z? Kind of what Goku's based on, and the fact that the... What the fuck, man? Why do you go back like that? What are you doing? I'm being like a little apprehensive, but I always feel like I'm gonna die, but then I don't. Let's just take over the middle now. This is pretty good, like the bottom feeder effect. I'm picking on a bunch of random clowns, but who am I? I'm not an expert in this game. I've never played this game, and I'm probably playing pretty badly too, but badly relatively to, you know, like everybody here is bad too, so... They got the tower, I'm out. Or you can kind of try to take advantage of them there a bit, but no, whenever you destroy a tower, now they're going to start to converge on there. So let's get out of there. And let's just go up to the top now. I'll just be a turret buster. But how? How was our turret destroyed when... What? Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but they don't fight you. They're just there as literal fodder for you to take advantage of. So, unfortunately, I might not be able to handle this very well, though. Oh, look at the pussy, dude. They could have took me out. I'm worried about myself, and they just run away like that. You serious, dude? Look at the confidence that I'm playing with, though. Like, I don't know. Just because everybody's so bad, I guess. I don't know. I like how just I'm not intimidated at all. This is a damaged character. This is like meant. Look, everybody's... These must be bots, man. Why are you running away? This is what it should be, though. The bottom feeder effect. You can just do this and you're better than most people because most people suck. It's not really... Oh, fuck me. Not very meaningful because obviously I suck too, but this guy's a bit under leveled, of course, too, is the kind of the side effect of the feeding shenanigans that's going to go on. And but again, my base... Dude, what is going on? So they've evened it out. It's not even like I'm doing that great, but I'm doing okay. That Wukong is gonna fucking destroy us, man. Why'd they keep doing the boots? Like, I thought the boots was just an early game thing, but they keep giving me boots later on here too. They make a whole boot tier list now, like fucking... Okay, we gotta take out that Wukong just in principle because he's getting way too strong. We need to give bro a Zenkai boost, like, oh, Goku and fucking... But, you know, even when we kill him, we'll make him stronger. I'm gonna ruin this guy's whole fucking day, and my aim is shitty, if you can't tell. Even in a game with auto-aim kind of lock-on skill shot capability. Dude, what is happening? Like, what is this? What are you people doing? Like... Can we maybe get the hint that Wukong is pretty strong? So maybe we should chill the fuck out. I can't aim for shit, man. There is no tower here either, so you could have easily taken him out. This guy. Can we like just group up or something? We're gonna lose because of that shit. But now we're still gonna get fucked by the... This Wukong, fuck. Bro is gonna single-handedly fuck us over, man. Yeah, I'm not afraid of you, dude. I'm not afraid of shit. Who you think you are? Fuck this shit.
It's my business to know what
Where'd he go? No. Oh, fuck. Where's Wukong? Where'd he go? What? Ah. All these fucking useless clowns. Score-wise, we're even, but this fucking Wukong motherfucker, man. How is he so fucking good? Like, what does he have? Like half their kills? More than half their kill? You can't let one person do that because now he'll... Okay, here, we'll chill here. We'll chill here. Chill here. Chill here. Let him go. Let him go. No. Ah. You can get him like this where... Let him think he has you and then... Fuck you. That must be the real one. I can't get him. He's too good. A worthy rival appears. Bro. All these fucking characters that clone themselves too piss me off. There were a ton of those, like I think in Dota 2, that I was complaining about. Oh, look how low he is. Look how low. Oh, finally. Finally you do some fucking thing right. You get a mirror matchup. This is clearly the difference in the game. How this guy's better than our guy. We don't have anything there. Let's take out this tower now because nobody can stop us. Wukong, our great nemesis, is finally gone. So now we have it all. You know. Bro's gonna come back with the Zenkai boost like he's Kawhi Leonard or some shit whenever he comes back from an injury. He's even better than before. Just as good as before, at least. Okay, let me go back, and then we gotta handle this clown. I'm getting kind of into this, though. Like, it's... What the fuck? Bro. That was kind of discourteous of you, you fucking clown. The fuck you think that was? Just trying to go back to base. Very rude. But no, we helped at least take out the Wukong, who was like a fucking final boss battle of the whole fucking game. And now we gotta deal with this clown. Now I'm gonna push top hard now. I'm gonna take top tower. Right, whereas they fight in mid and lose fucking all goddamn day long. So I haven't died once as Caitlyn, not to jinx it, in the first 2 games. I died against the bots, which I guess maybe that doesn't count. So it's permadeath in a different sense. If I die, it's over, like, which it's not, but I mean, I could almost treat it like that. Like you got to be like Athene in WoW, where you can't die and whatever. Now, we don't need your help here. In fact, I almost don't want you to be here because I can handle this myself, and I need you to go distract them. That was always my Why are you fighting that thing, man? I know I'm sort of partly aggroed it, but still. Look how you just destroyed the turret too. Like, this auto attack damage is quite satisfying. Yeah, we take that back. This fucking stupid ass mob, which normally would never have been there, right? We accidentally aggroed that, so that's something. This is like the Baron Nashor thing, which nobody seems to be caring about the objectives too much this way, but this is always a good perch point to sneak on them. But I've certainly taken out the towers adequately and everything. I almost wanted to turn on chat just to see, like, if people are you know, talking and what they're saying. But now this guy is very dangerous, so you can't fuck around. Right, I'm not really happy about it. You should show the proper respect and fear for a player like that. This fucking Wukong, man.
I do love a good mistress.
An enemy has been
You don't have the balls to face me. You don't have the fucking balls, dude. I was gonna go after Twisted Fate, Clown, Chick. I'm gonna take out the tower here, I guess. Oh, here we go, bro. I love these just basic fucking base swings that we got. Yeah, look, I'm attacking your tower and you can't even fucking... You don't even care to do shit to me, dude, huh? You're just scared. You're fucking scared. Okay, maybe I'll turn it on. I just want to see it now. Just to flex or some shit. How do you see this? Or maybe you don't do it from here, or... emote, eternal accessibility. If I die like this, I'll be pretty unhappy about it.
I'm not here to serve. I'm here.
Right, like when you're doing well, then you want to see it when you're not. But no, normally I just find it kind of annoying, but I literally just walked back to base 2 while doing that. We might still lose though, because somehow this stupid ass team is just like that. But alright, we'll go towards middle, but can I figure out how to do this now or not? Chat, pre-made only party. Everyone, party, ally, all. Let's look at that for now. Let's just see what, if anything, people are actually saying. Maybe it'll prove... Oh yeah, that's why I wanted to do it too. Not because, oh, look at me flexing, blah, blah, blah. It's because of the fact that you want to... it's because of the fact that you want to see if they're bots or not. Like, are they actually saying things? Are they actually doing anything?
an ally has been slain.
I can't believe, like, we're almost still losing on this team score, which is pretty dumb.
People. No one else.
Only I had like a flash type ability. Look at that. Look at that clown. You knew what was gonna happen, but you still let it happen. The Wukong is out. Oh, you want one, huh? You want to get 1 kill on me, dude, but you can't. Whatever base fucking gear I must be buying is pretty shitty. Right, you know, is probably decking me out.
A true professional is always aware of the surroundings.
Or yeah, maybe this character is just good at that kind of thing, but I almost envision this character as being kind of squishy somehow. Or like I'm worried about the creeps more so than the fucking heroes. But I hate the whole doppelganger thing, summoning the clones of himself and shit.
Let's crack this case wide open.
Look at that, 648. Look at this damage. Look at it. Look at it.
Open and shut.
Look at the fucking bro. Who you think you're fucking playing against in the game right now? Like who you think this is, bro? I switched it, but like at the last second, I guess. Like clearly, I'm having quite the impact here. I like how my auto attacks are just doing that though. Like you'd really have the balls to challenge me. I'm not even looking. I'm not even looking at myself. Fuck the game.
An easy caller.
That's almost a fucking ace, isn't it? Like we just took out almost everybody. It is pretty. This game was very fun. I'll say that. Whether because I'm just doing well, like the way you just feel like you're taking the piss out of the other team. Like anytime that Wukong thought, oh, he's doing something, it completely just like, fuck you, dude. I'll kill you on your fucking tower. I don't give a shit. He's scared. He's scared. He's scared. I'll just face tank as a fucking. I don't give a shit. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You can't do shit. And again, this character isn't like a tank type of character to be able to do stuff like that, but bro, like literally carried the whole fucking universe. I'm not even paying attention to you. Like I don't even give a shit. You can't kill me. Like I'm invincible. I cannot be killed. Use your ult. Use whatever, dude. I'm just auto attacking you to death. It's sort of a delayed ace, but just do it. Look at the insane amounts of damage that you start to do, though. It's pretty impressive. I don't like the health value that I have, but yeah, stop saying your team has destroyed. Okay, we better get on it. Stop saying your team has destroyed a turret, and instead say that you oh, he's scared of that. They almost behave like they're bots. I'm not sure, but bro, if you interrupt that shit, you're going down though. I'm gonna let you live for now. Even though he was getting carried and shit, or like he's getting fed, it's like it's like I don't have enough room for items now. You have to start to replace them or whatever. But he started to fall behind, right? Wasn't he like being so fed? Why would he only be level 14 then? How is he lower level than like some? Oh, I guess because I was like specifically targeting his bitch ass. But no, now we get to do the bottom feeder effect in 2 levels. Just the fact of these players being bad, not that I'm good or experienced at all, but number 2, that you're in such a good spot in this particular game that you you know, you can just destroy them and be all cocky and shit. Just fucking face tank this shit. I don't even care. Maybe I should have helped a bit more there, but like when I'm running away, you should smell blood and try to take me out, but I don't even know what that mechanic is. I'm just ignoring everything, but this would be the kind of thing maybe I'd play. Oh shit. This would be the thing I'd maybe. You're not going to kill me though, dude. I'm the Manfred von Karma of this game, like a perfect record. This would be the kind of thing I'd play like while watching a show or like watching a movie or something, you know, just kind of playing in the background. And somehow, even though this kind of game takes a bit of attention, but you could play these kind of games for so long, so maybe I would do that. Man, they're just trying to thwart my Hearthstone shit over here. I could probably do it actually too. I don't want to invite any shit, but predictable that you would run away like a coward pussy clown. If they had your back, you might not be in such trouble, but I have to admire their willingness to even still keep fighting though. I love those auto attacks loose that you get. You'll get like one last auto attack when you think they run away, and then they'll get you, or you'll get them. We got an ace, but we weren't able to actually win or finish it off in that time. Sudden death has begun. Sudden death of who? Like it's literally the fucking, it's just the death of them. There's no sudden death. It's over, dude. So I got 17-0 and 2. So maybe either we're playing against bots, or maybe I'm just better than than the average clown, which again, it's nothing to get too excited about, but I'll take it because again, we play a game like this. We play a game like this, like Valorant, and you don't get to see that either. What a shitty fucking... You gotta turn on display capture. You gotta have like 2 separate captures, which I can't figure out how to get that to work either. But the point is that, you know, I play Valorant for the first time and I get clowned, whereas here I'm doing better. So clearly, you know, you gotta take some credit.
What is broken can be reforged.
I don't know what all this shit is, but Master Yi, I know, is really good at busting turrets, which is always my specialty, or Udyr was obviously like that. So that was a pretty good game. I just don't know whether to really be satisfied or not. Like, are these actually players? And I don't know. They would have to be, right? Like, they're just new. They just don't know what they're doing, which of course I don't know what I'm doing either, really. But Soon, Zozo Fling, Alpaca, like, can you look at like their player history or something? Match history, maybe. Recent games, but that's my match history. I want to see his match history. Like, let's look at that Wukong, for example. He was pretty good. Graphs, runes. But that's what I mean. Like, you should just be able to instinctively do that and not worry about it because of a situation that view profile. So it doesn't work because he's a bot, I guess. That probably is what it is. Right, because it'll show mine and it'll show Ivern, even though why is his mastery score the highest when I'm playing Caitlyn so much? I'm a little annoyed by that. I want to see their profiles. The fuck? But yeah, if I was like a big streamer, I would do that. Like, whoever's the best player in the game, I'll personally add you as a friend out of respect or honor for each game. If you have like a really once in a lifetime exceptional kind of game. So like that Wukong was actually pretty good, but then we started to sort of target him almost. See, it's one of those disappointment feelings that you have that, you're able to feel like even when you do well, you're not happy about it because everybody's such a clown, right? That, oh, it's not even satisfying, or they're bots or whatever. I don't like how unclear that can seem to feel, right? Like whether you know it's a bot or not, it's hard to tell. Like, were these also, why can't I see that? Like, really? I'm going to assume that they're players, but I just get that feeling. Some of their behavior, like when I'm on the tower, why don't you just attack me when I'm hitting your tower? They started to get scared of me. So this is the kind of character that can get fed and carried away. Some characters ramp up a lot better than others. This character, if you feed them, seems to be really good, Caitlyn. Whereas some of them, like, they'll be okay, but it won't immediately, this impact's felt insane. Right, just by not dying and doing that. So do I feel like doing one more? I almost don't, but whatever. We figured out how to get this to work. I'm actually pretty much enjoying the series, that I might do it for a little bit. But basically what I did with Valorant was I just played till I lost his Brimstone, which lasted like 5 games. So I'm bringing this multiplayer Permadeath Gauntlet to every game, every major game in existence here. But no, I'm enjoying that, not just because, oh, you're winning or you're doing well, but there was something interesting that happened in that game that was pretty fun. Like, it's hard to explain, but it was just like, I don't know. You feel like you're taking the piss out of them. It's hard to explain. Like, you have a window capture there, and we have display capture here. The one thing I want to show with the display capture is the particular element of, I want to show a certain element, which I forget. Like, what is the most viewed game now? And I'll decide on it. I'll actually commit to it. But I won't necessarily do it next time because we can make a bit of a series out of this. Hopefully this records a little bit better. Like, it was a little bit choppy with the display capture, which it almost shouldn't be because it's so... Oh, I always look at my channel by accident. It's just a habit. So yeah, we'll decide on this. Who knew League could actually be fun in 2025? Yeah, and again, people will say that, like, oh, it's just because they're baddies, but who am I? Right? Who am I? I'm a fucking baddie clown too, bro. So we got Just Chatting, we did. Marvel Rivals, we didn't do as part of this sort of series of the Twitch most viewed series, but I guess Repo we could do. Although I don't know what it is, and I almost don't want to know what it is, but when did it come out? This could count as my March kind of game. February 26th. I could try it, but I mean... so Repo could be the next one, or Fortnite. This is one of those gimmicks, sort of almost bait type category. It seems like I can't judge it too soon. The one thing I also wanted to do is delisted games Gauntlet, like where I go through all the games that are about to be delisted, and then I also wanted to do something else, which was like Atom Fall for the monthly game. So I'm not sure whether I'll do this or not, but that could be the next one that we try. That game was unusually satisfying though, just because, you know, I'm just not dying. I don't know. But okay, see you later. Okay, so today is going to be episode 3 in my little League of Legends mini-series, and this has actually been a lot more enjoyable than I thought. So last time I did a couple games, I think, as Caitlyn, so we were on like maybe a 3-game win streak with Caitlyn. I forget. Where do you actually go to see this? Match history, so it's like I've been doing pretty well, but then it makes you question, am I just playing against bots? So I guess we did this one, which was a co-op one against bots. Right, with other players, but we're playing against bots, and these two are supposedly real games against real players, although some of their behavior made it seem like they're not, but like some of them seem to be and some of them don't, or it could just be that they're so bad. So I haven't died a single time, so I was joking that, oh, this is my Permadeath champion Gauntlet, but it doesn't, normally it means like if you lose a game, right, like even that one counted, the arena. These two don't count because I was just testing how to capture the game and stuff, so I didn't actually play those, but this one I play the arena mode. I'm going to typically try to play the normal Summoner's Rift 5v5 thing, but you start and it's not unlocked yet. But my point is that I could treat it like, oh, if I die once with her, period, that would be like an elevated level of it. That we can save that one for Faker. Let him do that. But it's like, if you die once with the character, right, that doesn't mean it's permadeath, like, oh, now I have to quit and I can't play them anymore. But that would be a more extreme version. This one is just a team-based one that I do in a lot of things like Overwatch and other things. You play as a particular hero, character, champion, whatever you want to call it, right, until you lose a game, then you can't play as them anymore. So we've played very well. Obviously 17-0 and 2. I mean, I have to be like the best player in there. This view profile would almost indicate that it's, you know, the fact that you can't do it means that it's a player, or it's not a player, right? Like, why is it showing me? Now it'll show me my own match history. Like, why doesn't it let me see that? That's so dumb, right? I can see mine. I don't know, but whatever. We'll keep playing as her, so very impressive little run again. Yes, it's at a low rank, but I've effectively haven't played the game in years. I was never really that good at it. I never really played it that much. I certainly don't know the current state of it, so none of that should really matter, because like I love that. People would say, oh, like in most games, oh, you're getting beat up by a bunch of baddies, like, oh, look at you, you're at unranked and you're getting destroyed by people in Valorant or whatever. But then when I do well in a circumstance like this, oh, now I'm bullying everybody else, but oh, it's just because you're playing at a low rating. Well, I'm at a low rating too, like Iron. So I forget what the whole ranking system is, but best grade S+. Mastery 1, so it's gonna start putting me with better groups of people, I guess. So we're still on the swift play issue, and one of the things that I'll say is I'm using both display capture and window capture, which even that seemed a little bit laggy as I was looking back, but I just do this to show the launcher itself and all of these kind of stats and history and whatnot. So we can only do swift play still. So how long do we have to wait before I can do that? Level 10, I'm already level 6. I can't remember what I had gotten to before. I feel like I didn't get really that high. Like, again, I never played really that much. Like, at least one priority position. But the thing is, I'm only playing as Caitlyn. That's my preference, so I don't care. I thought... Or, oh, okay, that part is fine. I can change the lane. What I don't get is, how do I change my skills? Like... How... Yeah, I wasn't able to do that before. My classic old combo, which actually I will do, even if people say, oh, it's not meta, whatever, everybody sucks anyway. Exhaust, ignite. That was my classic. Because you go for the kill. I always get people low, right? Or somebody else gets somebody low. It's like exhaust, ignite is the ultimate beautiful way to finish them off, which they might not be as good now, and they might not have been that good even then, but I swear, Kale with exhaust and ignite, with a phrase you've never heard uttered in the history of this game, but in early league, that shit was amazing. That was so good, dude. That was my signature. Not saying nobody else did it, but it was so, because you're going for those early kills, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Smite is to a monster or minion, so that has no value to me. Well, I mean, the cooldown's pretty short. But no, we want one where we can get away. Right, so the ghost is important. Kind of, I guess I would do flash, but no, I want exhaust ignite. So I'll do exhaust. I'll do exhaust. I'll do it on F though, because then, you know, we use this as a defense mechanism. I think in either case, I'll use exhaust, because again, you're going for those kills. It's fine. That heal was pretty handy, but I'll just keep a potion on me. You know, whatever. Same thing. Lobby rules. Yeah, we've only played as her so far. I guess we're technically only on a 2-game win streak. Like, how did I play that few games? I guess last time I played only 1. Like, these games do last quite a while. But no, I'm genuinely enjoying it. So the thing that sucks the fun out of it is the try-hard, stupid mentality, which you might think, oh, but that's just because it's good, you know, good players and competitive and stuff. But it doesn't have to be like that yet, right? Like, if I played it for a long period of time, which I'm probably not even going to do, this is a good entry-level experience. Not just because, like, oh, I'm doing so good or whatever, but just... it doesn't feel like as competitive. Like, I don't know, like the bottom feeder effect. I'm picking on a bunch of baddies, but the whole premise would be I'm a baddie too. I never said that I'm that good, so yeah, the point, like, at least compare this to my Valorant experience that I just did before this, where I was playing like garbage, because even at the low rank, unranked, because I can't aim. I'm incapable of aiming. Like, even here, I guess my skill shot aim would be off. You can either go bottom, or what even is that symbol? I don't understand. Bottom, or just kind of anything you want, which I was typically going bottom anyway. So if I get to level 9, I can unlock ignite. I got to do that just as a tribute, which it kind of fits with this character too, because you're kind of a ranged DPS type. So I'm surprised I haven't felt more squishy, but that could come into play. So I got to make sure I buy a ton of potions, because that'll make up for not having the heal. Now I'll turn off display capture, like as if you should have to worry about this. Now you'll get a black screen for a couple seconds, then hopefully the window capture will work. Which again, it was still sort of stuttering as I was watching the VOD back, so I don't know what to do, because you can't game capture one of the most popular games in existence to stream and record, right? As if that functionality would not be desired. I guess it's not really OBS's fault, it's more so the game's fault, because, you know, you can use it with anything else, but... I always worry it's gonna show like my IP or some shit here, like as if you would have to worry about that. So everybody's using Flash, I get it, but I probably won't. That's the thing. I won't use Flash, even when, well, until I get, I'll do Exhaust Ignite hard. I'll do it as a tank. I'll do it as anything. Like, that combo was so awesome. Because like you're just committing. Like when you get them low and then you do it, and then it's like, but you know what? Maybe Flash didn't exist at that point. I'm sure it didn't, right? It became, you know, this sort of meta answer to a lot of things where you can always escape. It like didn't exist in earlier leagues, so you would exhaust ignite and then they can't do anything. They can't get away, and they're just stuck. And most characters didn't have a ton of mobility type abilities. You didn't have too many with this kind of. I think you still had Ghost maybe, but that's still not quite the same. So I've been obsessed with the Q, obviously, is a good thing. My aim with it is not particularly great, but I will go here, and I will try to... Why don't I have the wards though? Typically I get the wards, right? I always have it like on 4. Oh, they just appear. Okay, fine. So yeah, exhaust is there by 40%, reduces their damage down by 35, which almost that part doesn't really even matter to me, but
30 seconds until
so we'll put this shit down here, and you can try to sneak up on somebody here, but what is this guy doing? We could do a role play, like he's my pet. I'm a hunter in WoW, and that's my pet. Top likes to roam, so if I ping, I warned you. He already is profiling. Oh yeah, we turned the chat back on too, which I just don't want anybody to say something TOS, or if they say something annoying, I just want to see that to prove that they're even players at all. Bro really thought he was gonna do something there. We should have a second person here. Anivia's kind of chilling. So I don't know what rank we're really at now. Apparently it's according that I'm iron.
I'll take you and your confession back to HQ.
Alright, chill. No need to push this hard. You think you're gonna fucking do something there. I mean, you could finish them off. You could do that. I did the wrong button, actually. I was trying to do that. Okay, that was my fault. I thought I did exhaust. I didn't even do it at all then. I'm not even trying to really go for a kill. I just didn't understand what was happening. Fine. Just farm experience. Chill. I use it, but it didn't do a whole lot. Here, at least, I'm feeling a bit more squishy.
Always maintain a proper chain of command.
An ally has been slain.
The fuck? I'm not even trying to do a whole lot with it, but... It's okay. But this giving that first blood was a real mistake. What am I supposed to do? Go back every 5 seconds or what? This is what you get with a Caitlyn who uses exhaust. Like fucking... Let's play defensively. Warwick is going to come down here and destroy us. We're both low. Okay, this one's starting off pretty badly. Now he's gonna die, and there's no reason to. Like, I'll just sit on the tower. I don't care. I need to get experience, though. I don't want to fall too far behind. Oh, he really interrupted his shit, though. Now you would have to ping that or something.
I love a good chase.
I'll just keep doing the ability, I guess. Okay, this is starting out pretty badly. Partly my fault too, because we have I just want to get some experience and not miss out, like... Right, like, boom, headshot, she says.
The law bends for no one.
An ally has been slain.
Like, they were gonna get them because I put the fucking whatever. Alright, now we're starting to see, alright, now we can maybe sneak them. We can maybe sneak them, or they have that ability. Yeah, exhaust is really gonna do it for me here, huh? Right, because they're gonna be lurking, and then I'll do something.
No stone.
Fuck, I'm playing really badly here. Then you start to feed the lane, though, and then the first one was kind of inexcusable because
I will not tolerate lawlessness. I cannot afford to falter.
An ally has been slain.
As expected. Not so
Okay, this is more feeling like the squishy aspect. I did my E even, I did my D, like it's just hard to stay alive for too long, or we're getting peeled so hard that it becomes annoying. That we don't have, I don't know. I've died 3. This feels more like a normal game. So now we're feeling like we're playing against other players. I just have to not feed, but this lane is just getting irritating because there's very little that I can do. Right, like you can play bad or whatever, but just don't feed. That's the thing. You just can't feed. It feels like you always get these close calls where you can sort of almost kill them, and then it just never works out. So like, look how low you get. You gotta just have potion spam. You can't do anything. I mean, we're ranged characters too, but she's chilling in there. Okay, so 0 to 7. It's not entirely my fault, but I mean, obviously so far, like, we can't do anything. You can't even stand on the tower. Like, what is all this harassing shit? Okay, let me. This is kind of weird, but let me turn that off again if I can. Where is it? Interface. You'd have to go to like a more defensive build. Like this is the kind of experience that I'm saying. Like it's almost inexplicable that I don't know what to do. Yes. Remade only party, so that means nobody would be. We have the ult now finally, and then I can't like walk within a mile of this shit without you know, without getting destroyed by the you kill the clan. So it's not just me, but I mean, obviously I give them first blood and other shit too, and it's like we probably shouldn't push here, but finally I do something right, and that's not just the first kill for me, but the first kill for the team. So that kind of does it in the same way that use that as almost like a as a thing, right? The ward. I mean, again, I started badly, but it's getting, you get destroyed so squishily, like you're so squishy that, but no, like I account for like half of our, fuck me, I account for like half of our deaths. Look how hard you get hit so quickly, which again, this is a damaged character. They're only one level above, so I mean, it's not like a huge thing, but okay, it's clearly just not my fault, but look at that slow chase. He'll step through this strategically and get me out there in the middle. Like, that's just like a shell shock moment, though. We hadn't died once. Now we die 4 times, and I'm playing generally the same way. Clearly, it's all the fault of exhaust, but I mean, clearly we lost bottom pretty hard, but there's nothing we can do. I mean, so if I just play well now, I wouldn't mind it, or I'll try to steal some minions in the forest. I mean, they're getting destroyed everywhere, though. I had the first kill, too, of our whole team, but You can start to make a comeback if somebody gets fed and so forth, but see, like that could have been almost enough there. Ah! What is the one? I don't even know. Like, look how low he is. You still won't get him, though. You're a clown. I used my ult, everything. Zed could have been dead, but they're too much of a clown to do anything about it. You try to keep just leveling up. See, sometimes less is more. Even if I didn't die those 4 times, we'd still be losing. But and it's not even because, oh, I fed them that they are losing the other lanes, right? Because those characters that we're playing against in the bottom didn't go around, right? They were staying there pretty much the whole time. I know that firsthand because I fucking was getting farmed by them. So, you know, it wasn't entirely my fault, but basically the bottom is hopeless. We shouldn't even try to do it. Like, they're just too good. They're too strong. Partly, you know, my fault for feeding them. Although level-wise, it doesn't seem that extreme. Right, like we're... Yes, I am. I always have that problem, actually. I'm always the lowest level person. I go back too much or whatever. This might be our loss as Caitlyn. That would force me to play as a different character then after that. You know, I could take out like this tower. That would always be something. I like that because it kind of acts as a ward at least, but I'll probably just go here and die. What was that even? I don't know what this one actually does. It puts down something that is like... What the fuck? They're all ganging up on me, but I can't do shit. This one is 200 health, but that's just your base thing. Spellblade, using an ability, attack, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I can't do shit there. I'm fucking dead. So this has become very one-sided. Again, I'll take full responsibility for this. But I went in sort of shocked at how squishy I was, but I kept saying, this is the kind of character you would expect to be squishy. And so we weren't really feeling that up to now, so it gave me kind of the wrong impression. So they are doing something there, but we just got to hold down the middle. If I could actually do something here, it'd be good if you could slow him down. Okay, that was good. This guy's pretty strong, so maybe I'll just stay with him. Right, try to take out the tower, which is this kind of damage. So we could still make a comeback, but Warwick is top. Let's just follow his lead, I guess, but winning a team fight would be very unlikely at this point because...
Enemy killing spree.
Perimeter secured.
At least they let me get away there. Like, you're not going to be able to do shit. They just scared me right out of there. Like, again, you're squishy, you're a high damage character, but I don't know exactly what you're supposed to do in some of these situations. Like, there's just, they're too good. Like, we can't do it. Can you do that R from from like anywhere on the map? Because I almost could have. Yeah, it shouldn't show you who votes what because we could still totally do it too. It says me who's a clown, but it wasn't entirely my fault. But again, clearly I'll take some blame. But no, this is exactly the kind of time where you could tunnel in your base a bit. Right, like I only, okay, 1 and 4 doesn't seem that bad, although it is bad. But the fact that they came so early and quickly is what really did it. Rift Herald alive. I don't really know what that means. Like, give it to the other team or give it to somebody else on your team. But no, you feel very squishy, which is maybe even like almost my style, but like high risk, high reward. But then it can be kind of annoying too that you have that was like the stolen ult moment. The Silas guy is actually pretty good. I'm not really using the exhaust very well. Right, like it's no good without ignite. Clearly that heal would have been all the difference in the world, which actually it almost would have been. That's how I died in the first blood too. Again, you can't explain that entirely by me, but I had the first kill for our team, but also the first death of the game. Like, I was the first blood for them, and then I was also the first one to get a kill for us, because again, we only have 6 kills, so like it's not like this team was very good despite whatever shitty start that I had. There's still some vague way that you can sort of make comebacks here, but it just doesn't seem likely. You know, I could go dive and take out a turret myself, and I just don't feel confident enough to do that. We gotta catch somebody out when they're low. Or that ability is pretty handy where you can just teleport to a tower.
I'm not here to serve. I'm here to protect.
This I can just take out the fucking... Try to get some experience this way. They stole these enemies probably from Dota, you know, from the Warcraft 3 mod. Like, I don't know. In a lot of ways, they probably do that. We should just like turtle mode in base and not try to do too much. So they have towers standing in all 3 of those. And so now we still have this tower standing. It's not actually that bad of a situation, but somebody's always low, and then you gotta... Or that's a funny interaction, like your own teammate Anivia, whatever, will put up the ice just to block you from going in, to tell you I don't feed. Right, like, oh, this fucking clown's gonna keep feeding, so we're gonna... I don't know. Your turret has been destroyed. Where? Bottom.
I'll have this finished before tea time.
But no, I didn't have the right start to this game. I went in maybe even a little overconfident, because you have this is more like a normal match. Although again, our team wasn't good, but you have to be the difference in there, which even if I played really well, I almost couldn't have been, you know. Even if I played perfectly, I had like 10 kills right now. You might be able to carry your way back, but the problem is even attacking here isn't going to do anything because we don't have a tower, so... So something went wrong with this. You know, it is what it is, but I certainly can't shirk any of the blame. Zed is back here again. Now he's going to let himself get low enough, and then I can finish him off with the R or exhaust, which I'm not exactly using the exhaust very well, though, for my point. 1 in 5 now. Again, I won't take complete blame, but I also have to take some of it. Certainly, those 4 deaths early did not help this case. Although the players we were playing against, which I don't even know the names of all these, or I forget, were not exactly the reason why. Like, you know, they weren't going to other lanes, but obviously every lane was getting destroyed on its own is basically the point. So Zed really wants to be dead over here, but he's just not getting low enough. So between exhaust, between the R, everything, you know, he's just way too high of a level too. Which again, I'm not responsible for feeding him. So he's gonna come down here, and I gotta use that W more often. keep using the thing on creeps and shit too, but
A true professional is
you really aren't gonna win this fight. But also, if he broaches the subject,
Double kill.
I mean, you're getting killed on the tower, so that's how you know you're just. I should try to run away there, obviously, when you're in your own base, but
Has been destroyed.
it's just like when the one thing you can do is damage, and that damage isn't enough to still do something there, then you just can't do anything. So that's too bad. I was on a good streak here, but this feels more like a real game, so I'd have to be a bit more careful. But it's that getting needled at the beginning that's so infuriating, right? That happens in a lot of games in this game. Like, it'll be you're not even doing anything and you get to half health, right? You're not even doing anything and you just get destroyed, right? You're down to half health, you're about to die, and literally what I could blame for that is, oh, if I didn't. Okay, so it's punishment for that really bad game. And again, it was the deaths early, or it's just the deaths period. Like, that's always my philosophy. Like, even in chess or something, like, even if you don't play well, you don't have to attack or try to do something crazy. Just play safe, and then your opponent will make mistakes and beat themselves. So it's the same principle here. You don't have to play well, but you don't have to feed and die so much, right? So it's kind of like, even if I didn't do that, we were probably going to lose, right? Like, the way the rest of the team and everything looked was bad, but what I did didn't help. So let's do another game. But my stream actually crashed there as soon as the match was over, which is very annoying. It's something to do with probably the way everything like this captures, but I'd have to first see who am I even playing as next, because you must select. Okay, so Caitlyn's obviously dead for good, and I never get to play her again. I remember playing as Brand at some point. I'm kind of just going in order, so I'm fine with that. We need Exhaust and Ignite as Brand, even though as if he doesn't have enough fire shit going on. So what I'll do, one priority position, which is, I don't know what that really means, but bottom, middle. I think he's supposed to play middle ice, right? So we're gonna jungle as Brand, which I really don't want to do. What is the other symbol? What does that mean? Support. I could go top. I could go middle. Like, I don't understand. I don't know what priority even means. I don't know. So it wants us to jungle, which, to be fair, that's one of those roles that I would have no notion of wanting to do, but it's okay. Now I have to switch this shit out as soon as it finds a match. So we're gonna go in with Brand, and we're gonna do something where obviously we've lost our first champion, and it was one that I was starting to like because obviously, whatever, you know, that's like the bottom feeder effect in full force. Just, you know, you're doing well only in the context of that. Oh, I remember that Doran's ring, which you probably started with a lot of characters with that, but so I'll go top, which means I don't have to jungle, I guess, but it's suggesting that I get W first, but I think I prefer the Q. It's more like just a straight shot fire. So I'm fine with that. So somebody else must have taken jungle, or wait. I didn't choose that. Ah, fuck. I didn't choose. I wanted Ghost. I want one mobility and then one exhaust, and I wasn't using it correctly at all. I was almost just like thinking like I didn't have it, kind of a thing. First of all, that's our own thing, but whatever. In fact, that's a total waste because fuck, I didn't realize the cooldown was that long. But no, the D was helping maybe a little bit, but you can't die that easily. That's the thing that I was kind of shell shocked by, right, with Caitlyn. Like, how did she die that fast? But again, that's what I was expecting to happen in the first couple games because I'm a damaged character. So I felt like that's really the feeling of frustration. Like, you're not even doing anything. I'm just trying to kill some minions, and you're getting peeled back, pushed back so hard. Like, how do you punish them for that? And the answer is sometimes you just can't, or because I'm a ranged character too in that case, you need like a proper support setup. Like, so I'm supposed to be top by myself or what? But no, I feel like this guy was actually supposed to play mid. At least that's what I remember doing quite a bit, but to me it doesn't matter. I should almost jungle a little bit that way too. Or maybe I am meant to be the jungler, but it's still telling me to go top, which doesn't entirely explain anything. You know, if he gets low fighting with the other guy, I could finish him off, but I can't really do that. I'm always a fan of letting them push back towards our tower, so it puts them more in danger, right? Like, I don't want to push them back too hard. I want to let them push me back, and then now they're on our territory and very vulnerable. That would be obviously what we could do to them. So how much of a range capability does this guy have anyway? My opponent, I mean. Okay, we lost to the first blood. But it was worth it. But again, the first blood aspect, you know, this is good because now he wouldn't dare. Okay, that was very worth it then, even with the first blood. It really wants me to get the W. Pillar of Fire. We missed him. Look at all this strafing back and forth, though. That's such a trope of this game, isn't it? Like, a little bit cheese. So don't even hit them until the last hit. Not only so that you can steal the gold aspect of it, but there's another reason for doing it too, because you don't want to kill them too fast, because then you sort of they kind of absorb it that way. You also you can do so much to them without even having to get close, so that's what ends up happening. But no, you don't want to push their minions back too far, and the reason why you don't want to push it back too far is because of the simple fact that my aim with this shit is really bad. Or you got to predict like where they're gonna go. We have exhaust on the radar here. I like that because it creates a good amount of spacing. So at least I'm pushing him back. He's probably gonna see, like, here, we're not playing especially well. We haven't gotten a kill. We haven't done anything. But as long as we don't die. So let me push it back all the way and try to go for what I can. And then I'll go back to base. Last game, I felt like I went in sort of like that. A little cocky and a little out of sorts. Because I felt like, okay, somebody's coming up to get me. I've already seen it. Yeah. There was somebody else coming potentially here too. Right, so now is the perfect time to go back to shop. And I shouldn't be under leveled, but I'm sometimes frustrated by that aspect. I always struggle to keep up with the levels of other people. I don't know why even, but you can get this. That's all I got because I didn't get a kill. What exactly does the E do even? I forget. I see now when I come back, I like to sneak up a little bit as if I am a jungler. Conjures a powerful blast to his target, dealing 77. His surrounding units, and then... So maybe I shouldn't do that to them, or... Yeah, let me try to sneak up on somebody. Fucking... If Annie comes up. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Moment. Yeah, that's fine. A melee character like that stands no chance against us anyway. He stood there, he took it. Doesn't really matter because we can't do anything. I mean, I was trying to gank that Annie, but it didn't work out really. So it doesn't do damage to the target that you do it to. I think it does more like... But I like some of these voice lines that they have are pretty cool, actually. Now, if he was to come back, we could finish him off, but you kind of wait in the wrong way. That, yeah, here. Fucking. I could have got him with that pillar of fire thing. Come on. Like, why is he even hanging out around so long? Fucking... Come on. Yeah, see, that should be enough right there. just to get a basic ult. There's a principle like every time your ult is up, you should get like 1 kill, and that should be good enough. But I should almost stay on the tower, but I don't even want to. I want to roam because I'm not happy with with the whole position here, and okay, I don't even want any of that shit, but I'm just trying to. Okay, let's push this a little bit with Annie's bitch ass. Wait, she's leaving herself so exposed. Like, hello? Hello? Annie, are you okay, Annie? Ah, moment. Bro, what? So, apparently, the team that I'm on doesn't have eyes, so they just completely ignored what was happening there, even though nothing else was happening. So, like, hello? Bro. This is why I say some of them play like AI too. Even like the opponents play like AI. How is it possible that you would have a character at this level of HP? Like how? How does that happen in the game? I want to like what? But she'll run away like the clown that she is. I'm very confused by this, Annie, but it's okay. Makes no sense. I should have snuck up too, but probably she was gonna be gone by then. Like, why would anybody besides a bot even play like that? She's still there. Let her go. Let her go. She's that stupid. He's that stupid that she would. Let her push through, I guess. Now you're gonna go along with the minions, and then you're gonna die because I've done the same thing twice, even though I died once stupidly in a way that really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But what is going on down there? Like, what is happening? Should I maybe help them, or oh, this guy's kind of dumb. Or he runs away at a time that maybe is not even necessary to do. He's almost dead, especially if the fire would get him, but it's mainly the case of I'm just kind of ignoring what they're doing, but I mean, I almost just got 2 kills here on its own. Okay, this is a little bit problematic. Getting the creeps by collateral here. So Annie's either really bad or a bot, which is very possible either way. Or what, you still can do that to get revenge, or what? What? So that's where like flash or something would have come in handy. But so I've actually died a couple times. That kind of doesn't make sense, but I'm being a little careless when it comes to, you know, that aspect. Like, the kills I'm getting are good, but the... Okay, we shouldn't even do that. See, like, this is the perfect ganking spot. We'll sneak up here, if we can do it within the next hour, and just get this guy. And Annie is here, so I'm going to completely ignore what they're doing, and my ult is even up too. So let him try to take the tower, or he probably will take it in time. Or does he somehow know? How does he know? This is how I got him before, too. I could have got him almost with that. With the ultimate here. The thing is, they kind of hang around when they almost shouldn't do that. Like, they'll hang around. So now is she gonna come up here? Annie, who just got me. So we died to that fucking thing. We tend to die more to AI than we do to the actual fucking players. Like, we died to Annie's pet there. We died to some other stupid shit like the bot game. So this guy doesn't seem like much of a turret buster, but we're doing okay as a team. But or now he's on the loose a little bit with respect to, or I mean, he's back to full health and everything. I mean, they're doing pretty good. In fact, I'm kind of just ignoring this a bit too much, where I'm gonna leave this and then just do what I'm doing. You know, where you almost shouldn't do that, but I always try to get these sneak kills, but it doesn't work because I'm too slow, or... And they're having a massive fucking fights going on here, which I should be a part of because my ultimate is pretty good for that too. Right, the more people who are involved, the better. You almost had gotten him there. Let's see, who else do we have here? This is one thing you have to acknowledge, that you don't have a team. You don't have a team there like this. Yeah, nice. Is that revenge for the fact that I assumed there'd be like one other player within the general vicinity, which I guess there was, but he just ignored it. Like, they're both super low. Now, do I still get an assist even if he kills them 1 hour later? Like, fucking... Like, he's there. He doesn't care. I mean, this guy, he doesn't give a shit, man. Fuck the tower. Fuck everything. I mean, just go kill whatever that is. Do what, like... Kind of maybe like how I was acting before, but I'll go back and kill them again. Like, they're both super low, but nobody cares. Like, go kill the Drake. Go kill the Drake. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what? Where am I? Where even am I? Like, they could have easily killed them, and now I won't be able to. I can't do it. I mean, like, they're so low. I mean, they're so low. I just... That's the kind of thing that just makes you unhappy with the whole thing, because I don't know what it is that... I don't know how to explain it, but, you know, whatever. The 3-3 and 2, I'm not saying I'm even playing that well, but... I mean, when they're around there, they're destroying your tower. You just are not paying attention to them at all. You're kind of just sitting on it, like, killing that stupid Drake or whatever the fuck is there. I haven't seen such a big Drake fan since, whatever, insert somebody here. This is down to about half health. The score-wise, we're actually up, and so I'm not playing, again, especially well, but maybe Brand is one of those characters who heats up, pun intended, later on. So Annie is a very easy target. And the reason why she's an easy target is because she'll keep coming in. And what I like about that is the fact that the problem is you're going to push her out too much now. Alright, those are the kind of cheap kills that I can get, but it still counts. So I'm basically playing jungler in a way. You know, that damage over time could get you too. So that's what Brand can help to do, is to clean up the excess hits a little bit. You can do that like right on the tower too. It doesn't even really matter, in a way that maybe I should have helped a little more with that, but this dude's running away, and I don't know why Brand just feels so slow. He's fighting me like for a little too long, but you can't have a damage over time battle against Brand and expect to win. So I do like this character, but I'm a little not sure how I would play him before. Not saying I was that good even, or that I played him a lot, but I do remember playing him, and I was a bit more controlled, right? Like, a bit more deliberate. I'm being kind of a little sloppy, and I'm predicting their movement there, and I don't think I'm hitting with the Q very much either. I'm just gonna try to do it in base fucking thing here, but again, you would think there's like a player, right? There's a player around in the game here, and they come at the end to kill steal this shit, but we're getting a decent amount of kills and stuff here. Now it's coming together. I feel like I always start off rough because I try to either overcommit and go for a kill when I shouldn't, or I try to... I get sort of shell-shocked by how quickly you get rushed down, right? It's like I'm not even doing anything. I'm just standing there, and I get destroyed because I try to... I don't even, like, I try to play safe, but then I get frustrated, like I'm not even doing anything and they come after me. But no, I don't know if I'm even supposed to be a jungler, but he almost feels suited to be one because he's just... I shouldn't even necessarily do that yet, but I'm chasing his dumb ass. I mean, that damage over time alone will get you. I love that, right? Let the ult do the work. That'd be my favorite type of ult. Just not only will it do a significant amount of damage, but it'll even you know, whenever they run away and think they're going to escape, like, oh, I'm going to flash away. You won't let them flash away because it'll still do damage over time, which is hard to deal with. So most of my kills are coming from that. Not the immediate hit, but the damage over time hit. So we tried to deal with Annie over here. Fuck that jump. That was a goofy, odd jump. We run into each other and he does that. That was hilarious. Okay, here we go, bro. Here we go. We shred through your little pet there. This isn't Pokemon, dude. If Riot wants to make a Pokemon clone, they'll do it on their own. They don't need fucking you to do the work for them. Look how scared she is of me, even though I'm pretty low myself, but I've had her number, and again, Annie is playing a lot like a bot here, I'll say it. I always like predicting kind of where they're gonna go and stuff. So Darian is where? Where was he when he shut the guy down? Enemy team has summoned the Rift Herald. Alright, I didn't mean to do that. What is happening even? Okay, this is getting annoying. She's pretty low too, but whenever I tried to get her, she would oh, she's smart though. Look at her. Oh, genius, Leona. Wow. Because as soon you knew that you'd be a target. You knew that you'd be a target, and it's like... Okay, fine. I mean, there's nothing you can do there. Like, I went for the kill, I got it, but... No, your ult doesn't even have that long of a cooldown here, and it is... You know, if you're getting 1 kill on average per ult, I'm happy with that, but... It's just not quite what I was expecting. I feel like a moment like that, like how the fuck do you get out of that situation? I guess you should have flash instead of exhaust, but instead of that might be like my first proper use of exhaust. But no, you do exhaust ignite, and on top of the damage over time here, that's all. Maybe it'll overlap like where it doesn't stack, but that's the coolest thing ever. Like imagine having ignite on brand. Like that's the least necessary thing that you need. That's a little bit too on brand with the character. Like you don't need to have that when you know, you already have those abilities, but the ult's almost already up. The game is relatively even, or actually we're winning on the kills by quite a bit, but not really thanks to me all that much, but... See, that might still kill him, though. This damage over time can be nuts. Look at that, look at that. This do all the work for me. Fuck it, dude. I don't give a shit. Let's try to clean out some of these other lanes. I don't like the way this is going, but Or you know what? Let's push this one, I guess. I don't know. You got to feel like you're safe, though, to do this. And there's so many times, like, you know, even if you're doing good or average, it's like, how do you feel safe? Like, I could get caught out here pretty easily and I'll just die. But because they're... that Leona kind of has my number. She's very smart of a player. Like, everything I'm saying she should do, she always does it. Like, there's no way that's a bot. The Leona here. What's her score? I don't know. She's like me, which is not really necessarily a compliment, but... Oh, here we go, bro. Here we go.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Oh, shit. I fear the Leona more than anything else. Oh, here we go, bro. Yeah, he could have gone for me there because you have Leona backing you up, but somehow you're not going to do that. Bro, the level 17 is running away. What do you think you're fucking doing? The balls on this Leona, dude. Why is she so cocky? Like, such a tanky, beastly woman. Look at her, man. Look at her, the fucking final boss, dude. Look at this. Look at this. Holy shit. Why is Leona so strong? Like, that's two of us fighting her and she doesn't give a shit. I mean, obviously she's meant to be a tank. She's like the, what is that chick in Overwatch with the shield and the hybrid, like a healer slash tank or whatever. Where she has the shield and the whip that everybody was mad about because, oh, she breaks the meta or something. So we're getting kills, but structurally, tower-wise and stuff, we're not doing the best. I have some problem. I have some problem with that because no matter how many kills we get, we're not getting anywhere, right? Like, we're getting pushed back pretty far. But no, overall, the team's doing well, too. Forget about me. Like, you know, 10 and 4 is okay, but the team is doing pretty good, and I don't know still really what that means, but... Come on, man. This tower is already gone. Annie just doesn't seem to give a shit about anything. What are we doing? Are we going to take the Baron or what? Which probably isn't a very good idea, or this Leona chick, or they're going to be asking for it too, but... Why would he even come back and show his face there? I did the ult there, but I think I did it a little bit late. In a way that, you know, if somebody helps me from the other side, I could get it here. Right, but nobody's going to help. I can never hit with the Q. It's a very small hitbox. Hard kind of thing to get. Oh, Darian survived all that shit, dude. Look at him go. You really think you're gonna get me, bro? Bro inching his way like the clown that he is. I could have almost gone for it. No, but the Q is interesting because it's such a small hitbox, or at least it seems to be, that, you know, it's gonna be a big deal if you do hit with it, but it's a little bit tricky. My accuracy with that is probably pretty low. Like with the W is probably much better even. So we're up on the score by almost double if I'm not mistaken, but I don't understand, you know, it's not translating to the turrets and the position. So somehow, you know, somehow it's problematic. So I got to push a lane and try to do something here, because this lets them sort of come back in terms of, even if we're fed a bit or whatever we are, now you'll go out and get fucked by something. I think we should just try to end the game quickly now, but Leona's always got my fucking number, man. Or this thing never used to even be there, but let's try to get this Tristanish chick from behind. Yeah, see, this is the perfect kill. This is the perfect kill. I'll even use my ult. I don't even care. You're done. No. But how? Yeah, that's it. Like, it might seem like a waste, but I just want to be sure. I want to be sure of what I'm doing there. They're saying retreat, but I don't know what they're so afraid of there. So I don't know. This is a weird circumstance where you can be winning on the score by a substantial amount, but you're losing in terms of the overall position and quality of the game. And the reason why I cannot explain. What turrets are being destroyed? I don't. Oh no, there. Okay, that was theirs. Yeah, we don't even have any turrets left to destroy, so maybe I should just stay in base so we don't get destroyed. But it wouldn't take much for them to take out our base. Right, all the turrets are gone, and inhibitor's gone, one of them. So we should all kind of clump up here a little bit, and very annoying ability for sure. And look at that prediction. He second guessed himself. You have the ult up, and the reason why that's relevant to have the ult up is because of the simple fact that you can get fucked right here. And you're trying to tell me, even that I get. I love the extra little damage you get from that. But now, of course, if you die, the respawn takes so long that it's almost not even worth it. Or you can start replacing things with better items, like what is something I probably don't need? Like Doran's ring is fucking trash. To give me like a shadow flame instead of that. The boots, I assume, are not that important, but no, by the time you come back, it's already too late. Inhibitor's back, inhibitor's back. This one's destroyed again.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
The 14, 5, and 7 is not a bad score, right? So it's weird. It's a weird experience to have, because if you look at it, 7 and 2 is good. I'm not going to sleep on that guy. 5 and 6 and 12 is good. Our team is overall pretty good, and we're winning on the score, but I don't understand why we're having such a problem. Or yeah, every time you die, you're going to get the ult back up anyway because it takes so long to come back.
An ally has been slain.
They're all lurking around bottom here. Now, if we get him in the fight there with the fucking thing, we can obviously get him with the ult.
An ally has been slain.
Sudden death has begun. The longer she stays alive, the longer she'll be a conduit for the fucking thing. I just like this Leona. She's pretty interesting how she plays. Bro, I can't get away from that thing. I don't know what to do.
Your turret has been destroyed.
What turrets are being destroyed? There are no turrets left. Why does he keep saying our turret has been destroyed? Oh, it was the inner ones. Oh, we're gonna lose to just the creeps. Oh man.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your inhibitor
It's not really worth it at this stage in the game to get a kill if it's gonna be right at the expense of this long.
has destroyed a turret.
We have Smolder and Brand on the same team, right? Two names to do with fire. But yeah, I maybe fell behind here a bit in a way that, you know, it's not the best. Like, who is doing so well on their team that Nobody seems to be that good.
Has destroyed a turret.
But no, that R is very impressive, and look at this. We're actually losing the fucking... I'll just stay in base for a little bit because I can't figure this out.
Double kill.
We keep like overcommitting. Like we're doing well, but then we overcommit and then it leaves us vulnerable. Like look at this. Look at this. Tristana. Like I'm gonna stay here because we can't deal with this otherwise. And they could just Zerg us and we're just done because we can't. We have nothing. We have nothing protecting us. We have no towers. Right. Enemy turret self-destructed. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, it's part of this match mode, maybe. Like, it's supposed to be a swift play, so I guess that ends up taking over the game a little bit, but... Am I gonna have to use my ult on a fucking mob, or what? What is this, dude? What is happening?
The enemy's inhibitor has respawned.
Inhibitor respawned. Oh, did we have somebody AFK the whole game? Is that why we're losing? I don't know if that even did anything, but... I should have saved my ult, obviously, for that. No way. We're gonna lose to this. We're gonna lose to this. Fuck. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, the Tristana offered themselves up there a little bit. We're literally losing to fucking minions. Just because we let them get... How has this happened? Everybody's just always trying to do a team fight and nobody's actually fighting the things. The mobs. And it's okay to tank a bit to the face here because you can heal right back up in base, so it doesn't matter. Like, they could have easily finished us off if... And it's like, you know, the inhibitors might come back, but the towers don't come back, so...
Team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Have we? Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. I didn't realize that. That's what sudden death means. They start to keep destroying themselves. We've destroyed an inhibitor even though nobody's even in that fucking part of the map.
Your inhibitor has respawned.
Okay, this is what we need, and then we try to make something happen here.
An enemy has been slain.
But no, I like this character a lot as well. So we're starting off with a couple fun characters. Very, you know, straightforward. A lot of damage over time, shenanigans going on. So it's cute to kind of farm this out in base, but we have to... We shouldn't worry about the Baron. Like, if we leave the base for a second, we're just done for. Right, this is not a good idea. It would take very little right now for us to lose. I'm gonna just go in the base, but somebody's got to stay in base and do this. Why do we even care about that at this point? Like, what is that gonna do for us? Is that like...
Inhibitor has been destroyed.
What?
Your turret has been destroyed. Your team
Wait, why am I standing out like that? Why do we care about Baron Nashor at this fucking point?
has destroyed.
There's plenty of people coming after us, but... I guess it was easy enough to kill him, but... Now they'll know where we are. Or, oh, that is a win condition. Or what? I'm so confused what this mode is. What would... So killing Baron wins you the game. And then the turrets start to kill themselves, and... I guess I haven't really noticed or paid attention to that aspect too much so far. But yeah, I did pretty much okay. It started off a bit rough, but 15, 6, and 7, you know, certainly probably the best out of anybody here. I guess the gold score would tell you that. But that was a weird game where we were sort of losing on objective, like the turrets and stuff, even though we were winning in the kill count as a team, right? And so that I do find a little bit odd, but that's at least a fun character to segue into after losing with one that I obviously like there. So this is a pretty awesome series. I mean, I'm enjoying... This is a long time coming. This one almost deserves a channel art. Like, I've thought about this and talked about this one for so long, not because I even like the game so much, but because it's so, although I'm enjoying it more than I would have thought I would have, you got to go in with like a fresh perspective, right? For me, it's not as cynical and jaded and foregone conclusion as other people treat it, right? Just because that's how the community would be, or that's how people look at it, right? For me, I haven't done it that much, so it's still fresh. But absolutist concept, right? Like something is only, like something's old, but if it's new to you, if you've never seen it, like an old movie, right? Oh, this movie from the 1940s, it's so old, why would I want to watch it? But if you've never seen it, then it's new to you, so why does it matter if it's old overall? You haven't seen it, right? So the point is that I've been thinking about bringing my format to this game for a long time, so this series might be pretty good. That game with Caitlyn was interesting because sometimes it's just your team. You can't even judge it yourself. Like, your whole team is just bad. Everybody's bad. No matter how well you play. But no, let me use a quote that I use like in sports when like LeBron faced the Spurs in 2007 or something like that. And I compared it to like when Jordan got swept by the Celtics early in his career. It's like, but Larry Bird's calling him God. It's like playing a better team is an excuse for losing, but it's not an excuse for playing badly. So you should still play great. Don't say that, oh, I played a great team or a great defense, that's why I played bad. If you're great, you should still play great, and then you might lose despite playing great, but it shouldn't be like, so I had a line like that that's been quoted elsewhere, like in my sports podcasting little segment that I did way back in like over 10 years ago. It was like, Jordan averaged 41 points per game on 50% shooting against the champion Celtics that year, even though he got swept. LeBron averaged 22 on like 40% shooting against the champion Spurs, right, that year that he got swept in 2007. For Jordan, it was motivation. For LeBron, it was an excuse, like, oh, look, I'm playing a better team. That's okay. They both got swept. It's okay. It's an excuse for losing, but it's not an excuse for playing badly. So you should play well, play great, show that you're great, right? Because if all it takes to make you not play great is to face a great team or even a great defense, then, you know, you're not so great after all. You should have to deal with that. So in other words, put up great numbers, and then if you lose, we can respect that. Don't say, oh, the reason why I put up bad numbers is because I was facing a great team. Then you're not so great after all, right? So that's always my expression. Like, facing better competition is an excuse for losing, not an excuse for poor performance. So you could apply that to this game or any kind of team-based game. You should put up, you know, like that Caitlyn game is a good example. Yes, our team was bad. Yes, the other team was probably going to win anyway. But I shouldn't say it like, oh, you know, that's why I played badly. No, it should be that I should have put up better numbers and played better, and then we still lose, then I can accept it. But you should never use it as an excuse for poor performance.